Okay, well, we'll get into it. We'll get into the recap from last time. So last time we met our intrepid adventurers, y'all were on missions in Cayenne. You had just defeated the warden of the small town of Shimar. Fuck.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Why did I name everything in a fucking language I can't pronounce? Shimatari. Jeez. You guys had just dispatched the warden in Shimatari and had supplanted him by putting Ryan's character, Remus Whisperveil, the Flesh Warp champion, as the new warden in town. He had begun with a very interesting take by being not so much a Iron Fist warden, but more of an open palm warden. And it cost him the one life of an innocent man that he had to put down because he challenged him openly, which cemented your rule and made sure no one else challenged you. While this happened, Tomon got a visit from what he thought was his brother, but quickly found out it was an Oni demon, a spirit demon that takes on the visage of a close friend or family member and tries to tempt you into doing things that you would not necessarily always do. You guys had learned through intense conversation that this one was linked with the god Savaros, the tyrannical, the god of tyranny and warriors. In dealing with this, Graham figured out that Tomon was possessed by a demon, and so Graham, our rat folk sorcerer, took into his own hands the way to free him by using Remus. And the two of you tried to dispel the demon, but the demon took over Tomon's body, Tomon, our Kasune summoner, and would not relinquish itself, proving too much of a feat for you guys to deal with. A being intervened. Something else. Both Remus, who is linked as a champion of Lilith, the Queen of Shadows, goddess of shadows and night, started producing moonlight from his hands instead of shadows. And as he did, another bright white light came in and cast the demon out, throwing it to the side, saving Tomon's life. From then, you guys found some interesting tidbits as you started asking around about rumors about the town, that Akira, your very close compatriot and spy, was not being truthful with you. You confronted him, and at the end of the confrontation decided that he may be lying to you, but he's at least worth keeping around for now until he becomes a problem, a bigger problem. Yes, Remus said he would cut out his tongue.
Tomon is not okay with that.
And Akira, trying to show his good graces, proved his worth by setting up a traitor summit of all of the people in Cayenne and the Okagai Empire that were against the crown, against the Emperor, and could be persuaded to join Tomon's cause in usurping the throne and taking down the Emperor. Akira made the entire arrangements in the city of Iwata, inside the keep of House Serpent, his home house. And in doing so, offered the protection of House Serpent to Tomon while you are staying there. But when the summit ends, your protection is over, and therefore you are up to be assassinated, captured, all of that. You guys had prepared for the journey, made it to Iwata, and settled down, preparing for the arrival of the other guests and the summit. So, as we begin, instead of going into our normal thing, I would like to paint y'all a picture.
Everybody gets a hero point.
Everybody does get a hero point, that is true. Do that first. I'll get this ready. Damn, that washing machine's fucking going.
True.
It's on its spin cycle right now.
You put me on a spin cycle.
Oh my god, got him. Absolute.
And I will begin painting us a picture, a little bit different of an opening.
Alright, we got the nat 1 out of the way. There we go.
We sit here, and the camera zooms in to the Imperial Keep in the capital city of the Okagai Empire. You see the war room that Tomon is very familiar with, where your father stands over an entire map of the entire land of Cayenne, as well as an added-on bit of Gallon as well, the nation of Gallon, the entire continent of Nexus. Different battle plans are being talked about and mentioned. Your father's sitting there, stroking his beard as he's thinking about things. The bloodshot eyes of a sleepless night after night after night. He stands there clutching a red sword, a crimson sword that he leans on. As he does that, your brother, Andromon, bursts into the war room. Father, is it true? Has he been spotted? Yes, my son. The traitorous scum has been seen. Is it true he is in Owata? Yes, my spy has let me know that they are having a meeting, a traitorous summit in Owata. So it is where we will strike, finally. We will crush this rebellion before it begins. No, my son. We have plans within plans. Let them have their summit. Some may even do our job for us there. Your brother always... Well, he always wasn't fit for the throne anyway. Wait, we are not going to crush him. We are not... The armies aren't marching on Owata. Why? Why? Because we'll slowly clench the fist around them, as if they don't even know what's coming. Wait for them to be in the palm before we shut it, or they will not see what is going to happen. Plans within plans, my dear boy. Trust me. Trust your emperor, your leader, your father. You are... No, this is wrong. The traitors have shown themselves to us. We must kill them now, where they stand. You're all fools! Fools! And he storms out of the war room. Storms out of the war room, into the garden, over to the stables, and begins mounting his horse. Now we fade back into Owata. Into the keep of House Serpent, where you guys have just arrived. You've been given your single room to sleep in. Remus has vetted all the guards across the entire place, made sure that none of them are assassins lurking in the dark to kill you. And Akira has given you his assurance that everything will be taken care of. If you'd like to visit him, he will be here working on everything. But you guys have some stuff as the different groups come in each day. If you guys wanted to do anything specific, I know Remus said he wanted to check the borders, all of that last time. So definitely, he's done that. It's all good. Like, he'll do that over the course of the next few days. But if Graham or Tomon wants to do anything, granted, you're safe within the keep. If you leave the keep, then it's a little bit different then.
Straight to jail.
Well, not straight to jail. It's just you're no longer under the protection of House Serpent.
I don't know, I guess just sticking close, keeping an eye out.
Wall Street cheese?
Yeah, Wall Street cheese. Yeah, rolling, just in case we need to meet with the farmers, I'll be rolling the big cheese wheel around.
Rolling the big cheese.
You know, if we need to, we can at least throw it at somebody. It'd be a decent weapon.
Fucking throw it.
Decent weapon.
Jesus.
GM, how much does a cheese will hurt?
I don't know. That's an awkward question. Why are you at? Just get thumped in the face with cheese.
Well, if you guys are just gonna kind of like lounge about, then I can give you guys a brief introduction to each of the groups that arrive as they arrive in.
Sure.
Come on, stick your nose out when you meet them. See one of them. Remember,
So-
you're an emperor now, son.
The first ones that you guys would have met while coming in is the House Serpent leader, Hios Serpent. All of the House Serpent nobles take on the the last name of their house.
Is that a common practice for all houses?
That's a common practice for every house in Cayenne. That's what I was saying. Is like the noblemen, the high ups will take on the house name. So like Akira doesn't call himself Akira Serpent because he isn't part of the noble house. He's a spy and an emissary inside House Serpent. So this is his home house and he feels safe and secured here. But he is not part of the royal, like I say royal family, but you know what I mean, the like house family. And so he's Serpent, you guys have met. He's an older gentleman, very, very old, like wrinkles, think like probably 90 if not more, which is fucking old for like the land you guys live in. Like obviously there's elves and magical shit that live really long, but like as a human, this is fucking old. Usually they die of something. But he is an old wise man. He always is accompanied by Asaya, is all she's referred to. And she is essentially what you can assume is his bodyguard / aide. She always accompanies him. She always sits there. She's always poised at her katana, as if expecting you guys at any point to lash out. And you notice that she's not like that just with you. It's everyone. She talks to it like Hayo talks to a regular House Serpent servant, and she's always ready at the ready, almost like Remus is with Tomon all the time. Like she's definitely a bodyguard for him. I will post a picture, but there is a mini for her in the in there for y'all. Oh wait, this is just a cult. Sorry.
Also,
Ignore
I just
that.
want to mention, real quickie poo.
Yeah.
I will not have the meteor shield out. I will do the tower shield this time.
Okay. Swapping it out. That's fine.
Yes.
So there's Asaya, and everything. She's of note. The other one's just an old man. He talks with a very low voice. You kind of have to get close to hear him, but not too close because she will not let you get too close. She always has a determined look in her face as if she's listening. Like she's not just like Remus, who Remus will look big, but if it's not important to Remus, he doesn't give a shit about the conversation. She looks like she's adamantly listening to what you're saying. Like she's following the conversation as much as Hio is.
Serpent.
Yes. They're both House Serpent. The first person to arrive after yourselves is Yuri Okaya, the leader of the Farmers Guild, a rebellion of farmers that have decided to take up the rice farms of Cayenne and kind of rebel in their own way against the Emperor. This is due to a bunch of rising taxes on farming where they're claiming they have very little to survive through seasons because the Emperor's taking so much for the coming war. They come in a small group. You guys could like see their minis on the board. There's only about 4 of them. There's the leader, Yuri Okayo, and then like 3 farmers with him, and they don't look like well kept. They all look disheveled. They look like they've been on the road for a while. They're very welcome when they get there to get some food in them. and everything, they look like it's been rough. And from what Akira's told you, the Farmers' Rebellion has been losing their war against the crown. Pretty significantly. Like, every time a group of farmers rebel, the army is sent in, wipes them out, and then installs new farmers. And so they haven't done very well. The best they've done is keeping their leader alive by moving him consistently.
Amateurs.
They look very scared. They will like greet you guys if you could walk up to them, and they can't talk to you. But they're very skittish. They don't look like they're safe here.
Interesting.
If you guys don't want to talk to them, then we'll move on to the next day when the next one arrives.
I think I'll just have like a brief conversation. I'll just like go up to their leader, like hold my hand out as like a handshake, and I'm glad you came.
So he is an older gentleman, probably in his 40s to 50s. He looks like even worse and even older because he looks like a worn man, like he's a farmer, he's worked his entire life. So he kind of claps your hands, and his hands are dirty, they're sweaty, and they are callous from working fields. Like, they do not feel like a nobleman's hand at all. They feel the opposite. Now, you felt people's hands like this before when you were in travel and everything, but as the prince, this would have been almost a disgrace that he even shook your hand. But he takes your hand, he shakes it, and he goes, "Thank you, my prince." And he just kind of bows his head, and like you can see he's trying to keep up some formality, but he doesn't know all of the things. So he kind of, in an effort to do them, just does everything, like kisses the palm, like bows, like he even like kind of curtsies a little bit because he doesn't fucking know what to do.
Yeah.
And in your head, you're like, "Oh, this is kind of fun. Like that's a dude that's curtsying. Like that's what women do." But like you also understand this guy has no fucking clue the depth he's in right now, just from this brief conversation with him.
I'll say, I appreciate your sincerity. I look forward to getting to know your crew in the coming days.
Yes, my prince. We will hopefully be able to aid each other very well.
I'll give him like a nod, and then I'll leave it there.
And as you're like walking, thank you, thank you, thank you, like just over and over again, just like he is just trying everything. He doesn't really know. Like I said, he's way out of his depth. He looks like he's like full on sinking in this climate of political game playing. And you almost feel bad for the man, but you can't. You're like sitting there and you're like remembering what Akira told you, which is like, do not give sympathy, do not pay them any mind. Like, you have to appear as the prince, because if you don't, they will not respect you. The next one to come in is the leader of the Blades, a dragonborn male, whose mini does look where the fuck is it? I fucking got these guys wrong. My bad. Dragonborn male right here, as the mini. He's a white dragonborn, in samurai getup. I believe I have a picture for him, but let me make sure. I do not. Oh, here's the farmer that you guys just met, the leader of the farmer thing. There's like a picture to like better represent him, like disheveled outfit, like farming look. Like, he does not look like he's a nobleman by any sort.
Yeah, I've given up on trying to find a tower shield +1, so I'm just gonna use the base model.
Oh yeah, you just use the base one. The thing, like, you just know the +1. Yeah, I don't think I have one for. Oh, I do, but it's not Dragonborn, but that's like a Ronin picture, just so you guys get like a somewhat of an understanding. But this is a white Dragonborn, in armor that the two of you that are from Kian, Tomon and Remus, most armor is either Pink and white, which is the armor of House Lotus. It is green and yellow, which is the armor of... Sorry, green and red, which is the armor of House Serpent. And House Oni is red and black. This armor is completely black with a little bit of silver put in it, which is no house colors. And you guys kind of gather up all of them, repainted their armor to this color. And you have heard of this, that this is their own way of distinguishing them different from the wardens who come from House Oni or House Serpent or any of the houses. They don't claim any houses. And you have been told this leader's name, Ronan. He comes in again with a small band of 3 other wardens. But instead of like the farmers where you almost feel bad for them, because the farmers look so disheveled, these come in as wardens. They are standing strong. These 4 look like they could take down the entirety of House Serpent and not break a sweat. They are like through and through bred as warriors like Remus. Like Remus could most likely take them because Remus is a fucking brawler. But all 4 of them would be a challenge for Remus.
These are the blades, right?
Yeah.
This is the blades, yes.
Okay.
Again, if you want to say anything to them, you can. But they come in, they greet everything with formality. That you could definitely see they have some respect for House Serpent, for the way things are done. But their armor painting, as a nobleman yourself, just kind of rubs you the wrong way. Is like, ooh, they're like painted as like basically houseless, which is kind of a dishonorable thing. But you also understand why they're painted that way.
Yeah. I'll definitely go up and give him a greeting. I'll probably just use like a same brief meeting I did with the farmer guy.
Yeah, he grabs your hand, he shakes it, he gives all the courtly gestures. Like I said, they know what formality is. They do. One of them kind of scoffs when Ronan walks up to you and gives you the greetings and everything, and he turns around and looks at him, and the guy kind of gives a bow and a I'm sorry sort of thing and everything, and you see that like maybe one of them was like, oh, it's the fucking prince, who gives a shit, the crown's fucked. And when he gives him this look, you can see he fully submits. He's like, okay, shit, I fucked up. And he apologizes to you, obviously. He's like, I am sorry, my prince. My men have been without formalities for a while now.
It seems the current emperor has troubled you. Why don't you tell me about your plights?
Well, I'll give you a brief understanding, but I do believe the summit is for that time. But the gist of it is, we, as wardens, when we were wardens, were the law, the justice of this great nation, this great Okagai Empire. We were the law of the entire continent of Cayenne, the way of the blade. And your father, as much as he is our emperor and our leader, has strayed from that with his bureaucracy and his aid requests and keeping us in line. He has stopped us from doing our job, and innocents have been killed in the process. We are sick of this, and so we do not claim to help House Cayenne anymore. We claim to help the denizens of Cayenne themselves. I do hope the summit goes well and we can call ourselves to helping House Cayenne again.
I share your sentiment. I also believe the current head has strayed from the right path, and I hope we will come to an agreement over the next few days.
One of the other ones like mutters under his breath, strayed, more like fucking jumped off the cliff. And he turns around and looks at him again, of like, dude, what the fuck? Like you can see a full like, bro, shut the fuck up.
It's the same guy, right?
Yes, it's the same guy who said it again. And he turns around to you and goes, again, I am sorry, my men have been traveling for a while. We've not had the graces of being in nobility.
It's all right. Some men do not know how to hold in their temper. I'll give him like a nice friendly nod
Oh,
to
okay.
emphasize them. Not throwing shade.
Oh, the guy
When-
gets a solid nod from Rebus, just a little.
Yeah,
bit
when
spread
both of
out.
you are nodding to Ronan or to the guy who spoke up.
I'm nodding to the guy who spoke up.
I'm nodding to Ronan. I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
The other guy
When
doesn't
Remus,
exist.
when you give him a nod, he gives you like a like nod back of like, yeah, fuck the man. Like sort of like, yeah. Like he
Yeah,
thinks
we're-
like you're
we're
totally
entangled.
on there, and he's like, yeah, you're on board. Like,
Yeah, me and him, we get it. We
Yeah.
get each other.
um,
We get each other.
they obviously retire. They go to sleep. The summit is today, and House Oni has not shown up. The summit is at noon, and they show up at literally like 10 or 11. They
Wow,
show up with
like,
a
they're in
grand force, a very big army that sets up camp in Iwata's garden. So the keep of Iwata is a actual like keep where the house resides, and that place you guys aren't allowed in. Akira is allowed to go in there, and he stays there, and he talks to the head of house and has been organizing things through you guys. So if you had any questions for them, he could do that. But you guys are staying in a small like guest house, as well as the other the other 3 guests that came. And then House Oni is set up, and they come in with a full army, like an actual army. And House Oni is where the wardens are trained and where they are bred, sort of thing, where everything is ingrained in them, way of the blade, all this, like the samurai code, all of that. The warden code, fuck. I said it, samurai code, damn it. But that is where they are. So they come in, they set up in the entire garden, like tents, camps, everything. It's a full show of force. Like if they wanted to take this place over, they definitely could have, because they are the militaristic house. And you know this, Tomon. You've always known this. House Oni's always produced the best warriors. Most of the shogunates are always from House Oni. What ticks you off is not actually you, Tomon, but you, Remus. You recognize the leader of House Oni, who steps up. He takes off his helmet with the mask, this like Oni mask over him. And as he does, you see the long hair of a familiar face. Hold on. Let me... This one. Yes.
Who?
It is Daniel Shermesh. Who you know. You would also know him, Tomon, not as deeply as Remus does, but he was, or maybe still is, you don't know, the shogunate for the entirety of Kian. He was, at least when you were here. He was the one who actually spoke to your father about executing you and what was happening with that. And then you also realized that Daniel Shermesh was Maphalius?
Right?
Or Maphalius was pretending to be him, so it's weird to see his physical face here.
I don't get any shape changer's intuition.
You definitely know this is actual Daniel Shermesh. This is not Maphalius. His new name that he has taken is Ialgo Oni. That is what he's called now. You both know him as Daniel Shermesh, but he is called
Was he originally
Ialgo.
from the Oni clan?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Bastard.
And so he comes up, he notices you, and he goes, Tomon, it is, it's interesting to see you here. Good to see you here.
It has been a while since I've seen you. How are you these days?
Have we met, my prince?
I perhaps not, but I know your appearance.
Oh. Oh. Oh! And he turns behind you, looking past you to Remus. No, I'm just joking. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I was about to like, there's no fucking way. Like, I am a
No,
disgruntled
there's no way
figure.
he fucking knows who you are. You're
Yeah,
fucking
there's
psycho
no
looking.
way. I am
Um,
destroyed.
but he looks to you, Tomon, and he kind of stands up, stands tall, looks at you, greets you with formality, and says, I apologize, my prince. We will need to keep formalities short. I must go apologize to the leader of House Serpent for our delay. It was a very long trek to get an entire army around the capital without them knowing.
Of course, I'm sure that had many difficulties. I'll go like a nod.
And he walks past y'all. Just keeps going unless anybody wants to do something.
No, it's okay. I'll let him go.
You're not gonna confront him.
No, not here. Not now.
Not right now. in
He'll
front of
he'll wait
the
until
entire room.
I mean, like, talk to him.
he's gonna do it old Draville style. He's gonna find him in a small alley and fucking
Oh.
grab him
That's
there.
goddamn right. Not with his army. It'll be bad mano a mano. Oh my
Fair. All right.
It's just like Graham wanted to confront Tomon.
Yeah.
So he passes by. You can see he goes to the leader of House Serpent and he says a few things. If you overhear him or if you guys are listening, he's essentially apologizing for being late and talking about the delay of trying to get an entire army around. Akira comes up to you within all this as you guys go back to your room before the events are going to unfold as you prepare yourself. Akira meets you at your house, like your little guest house. And you guys like walk in and he's just there. He's like, oh, what was this fucking voice? It was Russian, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My friend, Tomon. It is nice to greet you. Yeah, Graham and Remus too. I have some news I must give you.
Please, yeah.
If this summit is to go right, I must leave now. I have been good ally, good friend to you, but in order to set up the steps to bring the Emperor to his knees, I must return back to capital and must begin planning for our in to the keep.
Okay.
The Emperor King, right?
Yes, yeah, the Emperor.
That's very confusing.
You can't stay for one day? Is it that urgent?
I can leave, yes, but I cannot show face in capital as your brother knows me. And I believe it is probably well known that I am at least against Crown, if not fully involved with you. So I must begin prepping spies and setting up pathways so that when you gather your forces and approach capital city, I can get you in easily without fight. That is goal, right? To not have to fight and claw to get to Emperor and then have to kill him. If we can cut off head to Serpent, then it will all die.
I would ideally like the least amount of bloodshed to our kingdom.
Yes.
Empire. Very well. If you must go, I wish you the best.
My ravens will be in touch about anything. Only send response through them. Do not send on ravens. Can be easily intercepted. Should be
Is
good.
there a cipher you would like to use?
No, I trust my ravens. They should get here through. We are good. Maybe no use your name and don't give location of where you are.
I did not intend to, but I will keep that in mind.
But
You guys
that,
sent him a
yeah,
postcard.
that is just a basic understanding. Make sure I will send Raven day after summit is over. House Serpent, I've talked to Leader, and Leader will give you safe passage for extra day after summit. After summit is over, you can send me a letter about who has joined forces, who is enemy, so I can make preparations accordingly. Uh, and then we should be good.
Sounds like a plan.
Any issues? And he looks directly at Remus. Any bathhouses you want to interrogate me in?
That's what you guys did down there.
Just saying. You cross over to the other side, you'll be dealt with.
If I cross over to the other side, you three won't live to do anything.
I'll
I
leave
was
your hands
making
around your
cheese
throat.
upstairs.
It may not be long after that, but I will succeed in that.
Fair enough. We all have our knives pointed at each other's hearts.
Something like that.
Then I guess we are good. And he'll begin to leave and head out.
Yeah.
Talk to me in such a way.
What'd you say?
I said, talk to me in such a way.
Uh,
Kill your dad.
After he's gone, I'm gonna look at Remus and like, did that seem a little suspicious to you at all?
I offered to cut off his tongue. You said that was going too far, quote unquote.
I still agree with that sentiment.
Useless to be a spy master without a trait of intelligence. All I'm saying.
Graham's just like going back and forth, looking at him the whole time, like, what happened to the no blood part about it?
We never said that.
I believe as little blood as possible was my goal.
We said that was the goal. Very rarely do plans turn out to be reality.
Not as naive as to think we could do all this without any bloodshed.
I don't know where I missed the whole threatening each other episode, but I want a good Swiss man.
Sorry, you were having so much fun making your cheese.
It wasn't really fun. I mean,
Oh, I didn't make threats. I just made promises.
Very gruesome promises.
Also, just so everyone's aware. That fucker Smash. We have history. I would avoid using my name around him. It'll go into a brawl. I promise. It'll end up with me killing him right here, right now.
whoa.
Did he
Little blood.
recognize you?
So he did not use the name Surmesh, by the way. He used the
Oh, that's
name
right.
Ialgo Oni.
Y'all go. He changed his name. I forgot.
Yes.
but
Tomon would have recognized the name Daniel
I would've.
Shermesh. Yeah.
My bad. So, y'all go. I'm gonna call him Smash, but I'll point to y'all go when I say that, because I'm not saying his new name. I know who the fuck he is. I'm not. I'll point to him. But fuck that guy.
So
No.
should we talk to him or something? Because having someone as a fake name doesn't seem like someone we want as a ally for
So,
a war
To-
force.
To clarify, Tomon would know this, so Tomon could clarify with Graham, because Graham doesn't know. He took on a new name when he took on the leader of House Oni. So that is a normal thing of when you basically are brought into the family, the house family, you take on the family name of Oni. So the people that are currently running House Serpent, House Oni, and House Lotus are not actual Lotus, Oni, and Serpent people. That's just the name they've taken because they're part of the royal family. Kian is the only one where their actual legal last name is also their house name, because the entire Kian dynasty has always ruled the nation of Okagai.
I guess I'm just uncultured. My bad.
Yeah, you're bad.
Yeah,
Anyway, Remus, how did you know Sarmesh?
He and I just don't get along. We don't see eye to eye.
And where exactly did you not see eye to eye?
When he cast me out of the village, when he made me turn to Frostspell and made me this horrid abomination.
I see.
So,
Well,
just as it has been, as I said,
if
you
it's
say
any
Remus.
consolation, I have bad history with him as well. Last time I saw him was when he was discussing with my father how to kill me. Although I'm pretty sure that was Matthias.
So to clarify, Aalgo Oni, the history that Akira gave you, he was never the shogunate.
Oh, is that what he? Wait.
Akira
So-
would have clarified with you he was never the shogunate. There was a Daniel Sarmesh that was the shogunate, and
Okay.
when you kind of were like, "Wait, aren't they the same?" He'd be like, "Well, they have the same name, but they were different people."
Don't they have the same look?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I was like,
Akira never saw. Akira never physically saw the Daniel Shermesh that you know. He's always been Gallant.
Okay. Then that would have clarified that he was being.
Yes. Yeah.
Could have been Malfurious for me too, or whatever the fuck his name is. All I know is that man cast me out of the village. So, you say
It
Remus. He's going
would
to
not
get
be out of character
Fine.
for Mathalius to fuck.
It-
us.
if it was Mathalius who cast you out, wouldn't he like not get mad at Remus's name then?
Good question. Not sure.
Perhaps
All I know
let's
he-
not risk
Yeah.
it for no reason.
I'm just gonna say it a third time. Why don't we just talk to the man and confront him a little bit?
I'm
Perhaps-
not doing it with his army sitting right outside.
Yeah, I
Yes,
said
perhaps
confront. That
after
meant-
the gathering.
I never
What's
said
that?
like right this second. Let's go up in his face and say, "Hey, Remus!" Like,
Well, you did just
God.
point at him. You kind of seemed like you wouldn't.
you. What do you take me as? You're the one who lied to us about your name for like the first 3 months.
You have to admit it was out of great necessity. If you are being hunted by an entire country, you would lie about your name.
He is being hunted by an entire country.
He also has a black hand chasing after him. The
Yeah.
man who is gaslighting the shit out of
Yeah.
him. How dare you have people come after you?
He wasn't being hunted at the
I'll-
time.
I'll just take my eye patch off now talking to you. Like, yeah, no, it's okay. I don't understand.
Just a
Just
healthy
the-
warning. That's all I was giving. I'll kill him right here, right now. Just a healthy warning.
Please refrain from doing it right now.
As you said, if it was Mathalius, it may not even be the same. Your anger may be misguided.
We don't know that yet. Until I do, my anger remains.
We go back to the
Anger
original
until proven
confrontation.
innocent.
Guilty
Listen.
until proven innocent. This is
Listen.
the way it works.
Tomon, you lived in one of these fancy houses before. Don't the leaders have their own separate little cub rooms for like
Yes,
the nights
each
they're
of the
staying here?
each of the guests has their own little room like y'all's.
They would have guards.
So let's confront him.
We're all in agreement that we want to confront him without the army. There's no disagreement here.
Okay, so I'm pointing out a secluded room where he's at.
I'm- yes.
Because I assume like none of this like is taking place right now. This is.
Are
still
we doing
before
it?
the
We're doing
meeting.
it today. 'Cause
Yeah,
we said
it
that-
happens in like an hour or two. You guys have
Okay,
some
so
prep
then maybe
time.
after then, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't know about the hour. Don't scoff at me. He said today it could have been in the afternoon.
Y'all can do
No,
it
no, he-
within the hour if you guys wanted to. Some of the groups will leave, and if Tomon doesn't do very well, you might not be able to confront him at all, because he might just leave out of like being pissed off.
Oh, Tomon's gonna do
And Tomon would know that. Like if Tomon fucks it up, then like he's definitely gonna leave and be pissed.
So. We have like an hour. We don't need to have the whole hour with them, but like 30 minutes, 15. I don't really have a concept of time.
We can wait and see.
Okay.
Graham would count in, like, he would have a concept of time on how long it takes
On
to cheese.
fermentation,
Yeah.
And fermentation,
How long it takes to cheese something.
Exactly.
We could. We don't need to have
about
like a
3
Swiss, but we can have like a brie amount of time with him. I got a snort out of him. Let's go.
Maybe if we don't aggravate him, it could be like a cottage, a little small time.
Even a curdled. We could settle for curdled.
Just settled at the beginning stages.
If Remus is quick, then it'll just be a curdled. It'll be quick, shink, done.
The only way that ends quick is if he dies.
That's what I mean. Quick,
Yeah.
shink, done.
That was funny.
So I assume then you guys are gonna go to the event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna sleep.
I'm gonna sleep.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Total.
The entire
I'll be
thing.
fashionably late.
I'll be fashionably
Tomorrow.
late. So, the hour grows. A servant comes to call you in. This is a servant of House Serpent, who has specifically been there to serve y'all, to serve Tomon. Like, y'all are his guards, essentially. So they don't see you guys as, like, royalty. It's just Tomon. And so this servant is specifically to serve you, Tomon. And so they come up, they'll, like, knock on your little Gyoda hut thingy. And when you allow them in, they'll open, they'll explain to you, like, the meeting is here. I've been sent to collect you. The other houses are already there. It's all ready for you.
What's the 33 feet?
I was just moving y'all. So, you guys enter in from the main entrance into this dojo, this setup, this, like, meeting spot. This is usually a training ground, but it has been, things have been shoved to the side to make room for this grand summit. As you walk in, it is fairly loud. Most of the people are talking. Most of them are arguing. House Oni seems to have guards set up around their leader, around Ialgo/Surmesh. They've set up, like, guards around him as the farmers on one side and the blades on the other, kind of, like, starting to argue with them. You can see insults are being spat about. It is kind of hectic. You come in and the servant, like, says kind of softly, like, your Prince Tomon has come. And, like, nobody kind of notices or says anything, and she kind of, like, looks back at you like, I don't have the voice for this, and kind of looks to, like, Remus, who she knows is, like, the loud talker, to be like, introduce him, like, get them to shut up.
Well, this is yeah.
Like,
little
no,
word
I just
apology. Do like a little announcement thing.
I could cast Horizon Thunder Spear.
I'll just what is this? There's tables, right?
What do you mean? What? No. Everybody is sitting on the floor, like a traditional, like, Japanese summit.
Oh, okay. It's like a traditional Japanese type thing. Okay.
They're supposed to. Everybody's standing up because there's kind of, like, a congregation happening, like I said, where people are yelling and slurring insults and.
Okay. Well, then he'll take his sword and his shield. He's not gonna announce, but he's gonna slam his sword against the shield like 3 times, like loud as fuck. Standing beside Tomon.
All right, so he'll, like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. They all turn and notice, and then she, like, thanks you, like, bows thanking you, and goes, the Prince of the Okagai Empire, Tomon Kian. And everybody, like, sees you, gets up, they bow, and then they sit down like the normal sit down where like your knees come down, like the normal fucking Japanese sit down that you know. And they all take their seats. The leader of House Serpent, Hiayo, goes, settle down, and they're already fucking seating. They're already sitting when he's doing this, and the woman next to him, like Asaya, kind of like puts her hand on his shoulder, and he's like, oh. And he just kind of like slowly goes into a whisper where you can't really hear him. You guys take your seats, which are right here, and kind of sit down, and then he kind of stands up and he goes, I, Hayo Serpent of House Serpent, have called this summit of those disparaged with the crown. I have found an ally through one of my great spies, and they have found us the lost prince, Androm, and he's like stopped by Asaya whispering into his ear, Tomon Kian. It is good to see you, my prince. And he bowed, like, as much as an old man can, and you swear you hear a like as he gets up and down.
Yeah.
Like bones literally fucking scraping.
Knees doesn't sound straight anymore.
He comes back up and he goes, I hope and have prayed to Kage that these talks will go well. We have put a lot of effort to hide this summit from Emperor Kian, so that we can talk in peace.
Thank you, Hio.
And he looks like he was gonna say something, and you say thank you, and he goes, and he just kind of sits down, and Asaya takes over, and she goes, Tomon Kian, you may have the floor.
Oh, shit.
And he sits back, and she steps back, and then you can, like, stand up there, which is what they like, this has all been told to you, you would know all this shit.
Yeah.
So you can now take the floor, and if you'd like to say anything, address anybody, you can. There may be responses back that are unprompted, as this is not filled with the most noble of men.
Right.
But how traditionally this would work is you would say your thing, you'd then call on each of the parties involved, and they would say their spiel. And most likely they'd tell you, like, you're full of it, this is what I want, give it to me, and you got me, sort of thing. But this will be a little bit weird, because you've met some of the parties, and you're like, okay, there's one that's kind of noble, and that's House Oni. Everyone else doesn't fucking care. Also, you are kind of appeasing House Serpent. They haven't been fully bought by you. Akira has persuaded them to allow you to do all this, but if you piss them off, that will be really bad for you, because you're currently under their protection.
Great. Well, okay. My fellow Okishas, I've gathered you here to ask for your support in stopping my father and brother. I'm sure you're aware of the war my father is pushing. This is merely a ploy by my brother Andromedon so he can gain power. My father has always been adamant that war is a last resort. So I can only conclude the reason is because my brother is forcing his will upon him.
Tell that to my dead farmers! And that's one of the random farmers that speaks out.
Yeah.
Not the leader, just a random one.
Yes, I understand that all of you have been harmed in some way by the current leadership, and I intend to remedy that. Oh, I lost my place.
Tomon quickly grabs the pieces of paper and starts going through them.
Doing 50 through? Yeah.
Sweat starts just fucking in attack.
I believe this war is not good for anyone. So I have asked for your support in stopping it. Now, first of all, Iago of Oni. Will you give me your support?
Fuck House Oni! They're the ones slaughtering my farmers, my people. I want the fucking heads of them. I want the fucking heads of the crown. I want your fucking head, Prince. When this shit is done, all of you lot should be gone. Where were you when we needed you? Where were you when we needed peace in this time? Fuck this shit.
Yeah. Wait.
That is the leader of the farmers who spoke up and said
Yeah.
this.
Damn.
The House Oni people look like they're fucking on edge. They have stood up when the guy stood up to like start screaming. They are protecting the leader, Ialgo, and they are like holding on to like what is this guy gonna do? And it looks like there's about to be a little bit of a fight.
I'll kind of like put my hand up and I say, I understand that you have lost many, and I'm sorry I was not here. I was being hunted and as trying to be. I had assassins after me, and I have finally returned to right the wrongs that have been dealt to all of you.
They kind of look at you like the soldiers are looking at you of House Oni as they're like holding up their weapons, ready to like unsheath them and draw on the farmers. The farmers kind of look to you. The leader, Yuri Okayo, steps up and he's like, "We were told you were fucking dead. Told the prince had died. And that Andromedon was the new heir to the throne."
You believe those lies? With me standing right in front of you?
Listen, Prince. I'm not a noble. I'm a simple farmer who was sick of the shit the crown kept shoveling down my throat. I don't know if you're fucking Tomon or if you're someone pretending to be. I just want to know, at the end of the day, when you wear the crown, if that's what we put on your head, what the fuck are you gonna do for my people?
Well, first of all, I intend to improve the lives of every single citizen. I know that you have been unfairly persecuted, and I know your taxes are high, and you are largely
The Dragonborn steps up, stands up, interrupting you, and goes, "Unfairly persecuted." That's the Ronin. That's Ronin. They've unfairly kept food and grain from the people of Kian. The very people they swear this food is supposed to feed and protect. All you've done is whine and bitch and complain about the crown this and the crown that, while you starve the rest of the nation. I've watched good men, women, and children die due to lack of food, as bandits that you call friends ravage the countryside. The farmers kind of like are getting up and getting like riled by this shit.
what's
This is Ronin from the Blades.
Ronan, I understand your purpose. The whole reason you formed this clan is to protect your people. It appears there is a food shortage. And I promise you, that will be solved when I am in power. I know perhaps these farmers are responsible for some of it. But I promise you that will not be an issue when I am in power.
My prince, and he bows. I am sorry, but I've heard enough promises from the nobility in this land. Promises of coin, promises of protection, promises that food and aid will come. And all promises are either broken outright or don't come until the aid has long been needed, until the people have long been slaughtered, and there's no need for food anymore. There's no need for protection. This land has been ravaged by bandits. Bandits because the real wardens, the real warriors, have been taken to the capital, to the Imperial Keep to continue training for this war. This godforsaken war with a nation that we don't even have a stake in.
Well, there is only so much I can do now. I can offer you all the promises I want, but at the end of the day, I can do nothing unless I am in power. But I can promise you that as long as this war happens, things will only get worse for you and your people, and this entire country.
He kind of like, he seems quelled, he bows respectfully and sits back down. The House Oni has sat down like the main guy and his two, like Ialgo and his two like bodyguards have all sat down the whole time. It's the like other guardsmen that have gotten up to protect them and keep them safe and everything. The farmers are still up. They still look like they're ready to throw down shit. Like, they don't have weapons on them, but they look like they're about to throw fists at dudes with full katanas next to them. Like, in full armor. Like, you're like, I'm about to watch a slaughter if I don't fix this shit right now.
Are they like staring at like someone particular, or they're just like riled up?
They just seem like as you can tell from talking to them, they seem like they fucking hate everybody. They're just disparaged. They've had shitty lives. They're the small folk. They just hate anybody who holds a nobility position, and that's everyone in this fucking room. Ryan, you're muted, by the way.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I was just laughing a bit. I was a man after my own heart, that's all.
I'll turn to like Yuri then. Yuri, I can tell you and your people are out of your element, and I don't think you take very kindly to nobles. However, I would like to emphasize that my main mission as Emperor will be to improve not just the lives of other nobles and highborns, but also the common folk. I want absolutely no one in my entire empire to go without food, or starve, or live in disastrous conditions.
The one farmer back here is the one that has been saying, he said all the shit when you first got there. He's the one that's been bad-mouthing, and he doesn't seem to kind of understand, like, his place. He's already stood up. He throws something at you. It doesn't get to you. Like, it's just kind of like he's just pissed, so he just throws something, whatever it is, like a cup, some fucking shit. It just hits the wall. And he goes, "Enough of these promises, Prince! It's time for action!" And he pulls a blade and runs at Surmesh/Ialgo. And he runs there. He pushes past this guard and knocks him to the floor, because the guard just caught off guard, and he runs at Shermesh. Shermesh, as you're watching this in slow motion, you're like, holy fucking shit, it's about to explode. Shermesh, like, stands up quickly, unsheaths his blade, and hits the guy with the hilt end of the blade, and knocks the guy out. The other guards like start to unsheath their weapons, and he puts his hands up, and he looks to Yuri and the rest of the farmers, and he goes, "My brothers, we can continue fighting each other. We can continue clawing for the scraps that the Emperor's house gives us to claw for. Or we can sit and listen to what this disparaged individual has to say. You think he's lived a happy life? He may have been born with the silver spoon, but he has been in exile for over 3-4 years now, maybe even 5. We don't have an accurate understanding of what he's gone through. Sit your asses down and listen to what he has to say, or the next time I unsheath my blade, blood will be spilt here. And no one will mourn you, because you know what place you sit in this system." And then he sits down and kind of like looks to like nods to you like an "I'm sorry" and bows, and then his guard like gets up, takes the guy over, and like sits him down over here.
What a guy.
Don't you ever say that about it. It's a ploy. It's a lie.
It's a ploy.
It's a ploy. He's lying.
Confrontation.
Yeah, kill him.
Remus is saying in his head, "People don't fucking change. People don't fucking change. People don't fucking change."
No, he knows that could have been a false copy now with the mouth. Dick!
Yeah, but you don't want to believe that.
He's
It's
aware.
just- It's the meme of the dude in the corner at the party where it's like, they don't know I'm high. It's just Remus is like, he
Yeah.
doesn't know he turned me into a monster.
He-
It's more like he doesn't know that I know that he turned me into a monster.
Yeah, you get it, you get it.
So the floor is yours.
Well,
It seems like for right now
yeah.
it's been quelled.
Yeah. I'll say, thank you, Ronan.
That was Ialgo.
Oh, wasn't he on?
That was Ialgo. That was Daniel
I thought it was
Shemesh.
the leader.
No,
Uh,
that was Ialgo.
Thank you, Iago, to give some depth and light to my words. I'll briefly talk about what I've been through. When I was exiled, I had to travel across deserted lands, just looking for the next meal to eat. I've seen people starving. I saw a town ravaged by kobolds, of which me and my friends saved. I have experienced the plights of those who used to be below my social status. And I promise I will not rule without thinking of those below me.
I knew that would get you, Ryan. That's all I could think about when he was saying that. I was also thinking in my head, it'd be hilarious and super funny if Tomon had said, "I've seen shit."
I was really hoping he was gonna say something that wasn't that bad, like just stuff that was like, "Listen, I've been cast out and like I lost
Yeah.
a night of sleep. Like I feel your pain," and have to be like,
I have to eat
Nope.
substandard
Yeah,
cheese
like-
for a night.
like I had porridge for the first time, and just have to be like, "Get the fuck out, like, get out, like get out."
I had to drink
shitty beer.
Yeah, I had to drink
a shitty
shitty
end.
wine. It was only fermented for like 10 years, so it was horrible. It was piss.
My nobility didn't even hold up in the other country.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
They seem to be like locked with you. And seem like you seem to have like grasped them with this, that they seem to like, okay. Like this seems to be, you seem to be collaborating stories that they've heard of you.
So
if you want to say, yeah, if you want to say anything else, feel free.
Yeah, so with them they kind of seem satisfied for now. I'll look at Oni and I'll say, let me get his name real quick. Iogo, you lead the Oni clan, and the Oni clan has been the protectors and the defenders of Kian for as long as I can remember. I don't believe this war will do any good for this country, and I don't think you believe it either. Am I correct?
Hi. I do not believe that this war will be good for the nation. I have suffered many of my men in just the Farmers' Rebellion, a war with Galen. Even if some of the rumors of what's happening over there are true, it does not serve a purpose to our land. It does not serve to aid anyone but the crown's ego. My men are what I care about. My house is what I care about. In the time you have been gone, Tomon, my house has had its leader assassinated. I won't claim any names, but we know who gained from the death of my house. When the family was removed, it was House Serpent who gained favor with the Emperor. It was the house that we currently reside in that has propagated themselves into the royal keep. Sorry, imperial keep is what he would say. And they have brought their men all around the land. I understand that I am sitting here in House Serpent's walls protected, and I do not issue a claim or a challenge to them. But I want this to be known that my house fell from grace, and I was the one to pick it back up, slowly, through my efforts as a warden protecting the land from bandits, traitors, thieves, all of the unmentionables of this land.
The houses have been fighting with each other for as long as this country has been here. The current ruler thinks this is a good thing. I don't think that's to be the case. Usurping each other, stabbing each other in the back just to gain an upper hand, is that a way to live in our country together? The houses should be united, and they should no longer have to fight each other for a scrap of power. The plight your house has fallen into should never have to happen again.
As you were speaking, you should notice a new miniature on the board. A monk in ceremonial monastery garbs slowly walked in and took a seat in the back, just kind of watching the thing. Nothing too much, but you guys would have noticed this. As Tomon finishes, Hayo will kind of, like, you heard him kind of get up while you were talking, and as you finish, he puts a hand on your shoulder and he goes, I have lived many years. My house has committed many things. But we do them all for the crown. I am sick of it. And Asaya walks up and takes him, puts a shoulder on him and gives him a look and a nod. She whispers something into his ear that you can't hear, and he turns around and sits down, and she goes, "In House Serpent, we believe subterfuge and not revealing all the hands that we've been dealt are our best way of gaining power within this empire, within this land. So I am doing away with the old and in with the new. I, Asaya Serpent, am the real leader of House Serpent. We have done this since we've begun our house by keeping our leaders in hiding, secret. That way, if any other houses were to remove our leaders, then we would still remain stable and secure. I will be forthcoming with you, Ialko. I have watched your rise and I have heard many stories, and you have proven to me that you are the man you say you are. And if you are half as the man that the stories tell, then I'm honored to be amongst you in this summit. My house did order a hit on yours. We removed everybody, cleaned house. But it wasn't of our benefit. It was ordered of the crown. Your leadership did not like the war in Galen, and so we were to remove you. We went through with it because the crown knew about me and had captured me as leverage for my house to finish the job. When it was done, I wanted to say something, but I knew it would just inflict war amongst our houses. If you would like to kill me, my cards have been laid out on the table. I have none left to play. You may. You can strike me down here, and your army that's big enough can come around and wipe out the rest of my house, and we can continue this cycle of house conflict. Or, as Tomon has said, we can band together. We can become bigger and stronger than the Emperor. We can not defeat him by force, but we can slow him down long enough to allow Tomon to at least get a shot at ending all of this. His men look pissed. They look like we're ready at any point to draw blades. We'll fucking cut them all down. We'll end this shit. He stands up, and again, his men stand up with him, looking ready, like they're like, I'm
Oni?
fucking ready.
The Oni ones?
Yes, House Oni.
Yeah.
He looks at you specifically, Tomon, and says, "My prince, my army is at your command. You have our blades."
I'll kind of nod and I'll say,
That's
Thank
Ialko.
you, Yoko.
Yuri stands up,
Yeah.
and Yuri goes, "Well, if you got that many swords, you're gonna need food to feed them. And I'd rather feed this war party than continue feeding the fat pigs in the Imperial Palace."
And my pitchfork.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yuri.
I was waiting for it.
And I thought he was gonna say that. I was like, I was so ready for it. They said food. I was like, oh shit.
My pitchfork.
Thank you, Yuri. And I'll look towards the blades, the last party.
My prince, you've seemed to have persuaded the other denizens of this place. But my men are not easily swayed by food or promises. or even grand ideas. We're simple men. And so we follow a simple currency. Coin.
Oh, that was it.
That's it. That's all he says.
Sell swords.
Yep. Your men will be valuable in the upcoming time, and I will pay them as such. Is he waiting for like a price?
He like looks at you like, what the fuck does that mean?
Trying to think of like a good price for like per soldier.
How about a house?
A house.
They're houseless. Like that. Like obviously not
Oh.
homeless, but they're houseless.
Oh
They're a new
my
house for them.
Ooh!
Offer
That's
king
good.
shit.
So
That's
Graham
good.
walks up.
Holy
Graham walks up and whispers it into Tomon's ear.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
The blades currently belong to no house. However, if you side with me, I will give you a house to call your own and a land to rule. If that's not enough to satisfy you, then I'm not sure gold will be either. What say you?
What land do you promise us?
Fuck, let me look at the map.
So, to clarify, to help Tomon out,
Yeah.
because I know Tomon knows, but Colt doesn't.
Yeah.
The only house that hasn't shown up is House Lotus, because they are perfectly aligned with the crown. They are essentially like a religious house, very imbued in the religion and the folktale and folklore of Kian and of the Okagai Empire. And they reside in the sacred lands of Kage, where Mount Kage resides. And Kage is the name of the original... Kage Kian is the original emperor who united the clans and the houses and formed the nation, everything. So that entire land would be houseless if you were to remove House Lotus, who is super loyal to the crown. And you would know as somebody part of the crown, they are essentially... Like, I've written them in the lore. They're, if you've seen Dune, right? Or you read the books?
Yes,
They're-
I've seen the first.
Yeah, they're like the Bene Gesserit. They sit there and they spew essentially lies about your house to make you seem crazier and more noble, so that people kind of worship y'all as gods.
So pretty much like if I were to like usurp the throne, they would like 100% be like against me.
Yeah, they are the main force that is helping your father keep his position.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll say, you will take over House Lotus and their land.
He kind of sits there, he thinks. He turns around and like speaks to his men a little bit. And he comes back and he goes, "Not all my men will like this. They don't like to put their lives in danger just for promises, especially one coming from a Kian. No offense, my prince. But those that will join you will be enough for what your ally has told us about."
I am honored to receive the support of you and your willing men.
So Mac, you look confused. Akira set this all up, and Akira has kind of presented a plan to them of the best, which y'all already know, which is get a force big enough to siege the capital of Ketsukigakuri, and if you can siege the capital for long enough, the army is away. You could siege the capital. Well, no, they're not away. They're inside the city. But if you could siege the capital, y'all, as a small strike force, could sneak in with Akira's help, get to the capital, cut off the head of the serpent, and then basically take everything. Because the siege would definitely fail. You guys don't have enough people to, like, actually siege and take it over.
But it would be enough of a siege to draw enough men out.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
A small strike force could land on the forest.
Now there's just the man down there.
Yeah, now there's just this
Spectator.
this spectator.
I meant to look at Remus to like go check that guy out, but I forgot.
You could, like, as Graham walked
Just
up to you and
call him
whispered into you, you could whisper back to him and be like, have Remus go check that guy out.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, Remus would get that
An
information.
figure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's have Remus go over here. Oh, Graham would be up here with you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. The cheese lord must be.
He's
by
right
his
here.
Emperor's
What's your
side.
problem, Ryan?
I just can't see the figures.
Really?
Lower the green thing maybe, or up
That's
it.
what I was wondering. No, that's I've got the house roof screwed. I just don't see her. That's what I was wondering. You had the little. You're just showing the feet, but not the.
You see your figure?
No, I do not. I don't see anything. It's okay.
Goddamn.
It's alright.
That is a little weird.
Your immersion is broken.
Are you sure? Like, double right? Yeah, double right click the floor. Did that fix it?
Okay. All right.
Did that fix it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, this man in which Remus would know. Remus is from Kian. Inside the Kian mountains that surround the holy land of Kage's forest, the Cherry Blossom Forest. In the mountains up there, there are different monasteries that practice different monastic traditions. They're kind of talked about in, like, legend, essentially, of, like, people go up there, they take a journey, and they never come back. Either because they don't make it, or they decide to live their lives up there because of the enlightenment they've received. Remus probably thinks a lot of it's bullshit, because Remus is that way. But this is definitely a guy dressed up in the garbs that would resemble a monk and everything. You don't see most monks outside of the monastery. This is not a normal thing. Very odd.
Sus.
So what does Remus say? Oh, you're just writing down notes. That's fine.
Yeah.
A note taker never rests.
Okay, so he's out of the monastery. Is it? I can't remember. Is it just him or is there more?
It's just him by himself.
Okay. And has he said anything?
He's not said anything.
Well, he's just sat down. Okay.
He's not sat down. He's just kind of standing in the back, just observing.
Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead.
He just wants to, I guess, lean against the wall and ask, you come for the show?
Are you here to bask in his glory too?
Last time I was offered that, I turned into a monster. I'd be careful of those bets.
But it is him, right? You were there. You were next to him, right?
Who's him?
Tomon Kian. The Tetsukuge's chosen.
Oh, he's gonna love this. Can't wait to tell him Apparently, he's chosen. That's what the big man said himself.
So you have seen the signs too.
Oh, I watched the god blow a demon out of his body. Yes.
You are not familiar with our ways. Tetsukuge is not a god.
Should I know about Tetsukuge?
So it's not something that Remus would know off the top, but like, and that's why I let you make the mistake, because Remus definitely would, because Remus would not give a shit about this story.
Yeah, he
But
straight
now,
just assumed.
now, as he says this, you're like, what the fuck, Tetsukuge? What? And you're trying to think. Tetsukuge is the legendary golden dragon that Kage Kian rode and united the clans with.
Dragon Rider.
There
I hope
there
Tomon
is
becomes
a
dragon
story,
rider.
a
love that
folklore
shit, bro.
that is told that Tetsukuge as well as Kage Kian said that one day the continent of Kian would fall into disarray and superior beings would vie for control over it. And when they would, one of Kage Kian's followers would be chosen by Tetsukuge to be Kage Kian reborn and would reunite the nation and cast out the despoiler trying to sunder the work that the Kian house has done. So this would kind of be coming back in your head as you like hear the name and you're like, what? And you were told this as like bedtime story sort of thing. That's like a folk tale that Remus probably as he got older was like, fuck that shit. That's gay.
Yeah. Okay. So a gigantic dragon.
It's an ancient golden dragon, yes.
Ancient golden. Tomon the dragon rider. I hope he becomes one so fucking
Bro.
bad. Oh man, that's glorious.
Fox Dragon Rider, let's go.
Uh, actually, let me strike that. No, I've not seen him ride a dragon.
Well, no,
Yeah.
he would not yet. But the signs of Tetsukuge's children is adamant in him. Look, the white robes with the gold lining that he wears are foretold in the stories of old.
Yeah, see that happened specifically because of the god. I mean, I don't. Granted, let me just go out on a limb here, just to be real. I don't know if the god promised him a glowing golden dragon that he could ride on to just shit the country back into a better state. You could have me there.
So you are not a believer.
A golden flying dragon? No, unfortunately, I haven't seen a single one. So the day you can point to me a golden flying dragon in the sky, I will change my robes and become.
You are friends with Tomon, correct?
Yeah, we're really close.
Then
Pretty
you
close.
you will be persuaded soon. Let him know that Tetsukuge's monastery is welcome if he would like to visit us.
Will do. Question. How many members do you have in the monastery?
We have many. We are the oldest and the longest standing monastery. We have monks from many different monasteries that come to learn our golden dragon stances.
How's the fighting capability?
We are Tetsukuge's warriors.
Great. I'll put you down. I'll talk to you.
Thank you. Your name?
Fuck it, I'll just Remus.
Remus. We will remember that name. Later, when we meet, I will thank you.
Oh, it's okay. You can remember this face. I'll pull down the hood real quick so you can see the monstrosity and fucking throw it back up.
Ah. You have been cursed too.
In so many ways, Mark.
We have
So-
many monks that have ventured up.
You have flesh wolves in your monastery.
We do not call them that, but yes, that is your terms for them, yes.
Monastery with abominations. I have heard it all, monk. I have heard it all.
We will make a believer out of you one day.
That's
And he like kind of like bows and he heads out to leave.
Oh my god, Remus will be laughing all the way to the pod. He's
Why
gonna
don't you believe in me, Remus?
just be chugging. Because I hardly believe anybody now. I believe a lot of people and the trust don't flow, baby. Okay, yeah, you continue on with your uniting the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, while all that was going on, Remus did that conversation. So you kind of have everybody's kind of good, except for it seems like House Serpent. You didn't necessarily they didn't call to your aid, but I will tell you, you pretty much have House Serpent on your side, with Asaya presenting herself
Right,
as she
I was
did.
like, there's no way she does that. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Good.
She liked the conversation of end the killing, end this cycle of murder between the lower
I figured.
houses.
She jumped in right after that. I was like,
It's a cookie.
Oh, I'll put that in the Friday session picture. Tets
It's yes.
Tsukuge Warriors. There you go. And
I
then
watched Dune like 2 days ago. That's all I'm thinking of is.
that's kind of what it is, yeah. That the like
that
Tetsukuge's Chosen is very similar to that, yeah.
That is exactly what you are, except instead of a worm, you're riding a dragon.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
A little cooler than a worm.
It's a little
I
cooler.
don't know. The worms.
No, the worms are
fucking
fucking cool. But I will say, like, an ancient golden dragon is still pretty fucking dope.
Still dope.
I think
Any
we got
big
the
ass
food
mythological
for
creature.
too.
Pretty dope.
Alright, so it seems the summit has ended. If you'd like to say anything else, then you can. Otherwise, it will, like, finish out.
No, I'll just I wish them safe travels. Don't get yourself assassinated.
Introduce them to your
No.
cheese minister.
Other than that,
That will spread around pieces of the wheel of cheese.
listen, one cheese at a time.
The Yuri Okayo will
Yeah.
bow, and he says, "Thank you, my prince. It's I must go back. I must gather my farmers. We must begin prepping the food for the long siege. We will be there when you need us." And he'll go to leave, and he's basically planning to leave right now. So he'll head out unless you want to say anything to him. Ialgo of House Oni will bow.
Iago was Surmesh, right?
Yes, he is Shemesh.
Okay.
Yes, he will bow. He will say, "Thank you, my prince. This was a good summit, and it seems that we are all aligned with each other. Me and my men would like to stay here if Asaya Serpent of House Serpent would allow us, as we gather our forces, so that we can use the Iwata tunnel into the Holy Land as our entry point. I did bring the army for a reason."
No. Damn. What is
I'll
yours?
look at House Serpent's leader, see if they agree.
She nods. My
I'll look back to them.
my people will take good care of your men.
Iago, at some point I have some private matters to discuss if you have the time.
Yeah.
Yes, anything for you, my prince. I will send a servant when you need to.
Fucker.
And he'll head off to begin dealing with his men and everything. And then Ronan will go, My prince, I need to send word to my blades, inform them of what we had made a deal on here, and any of them that join will come here and we will swear our loyalties to be led by Ialgo Oni. He seems like a capable and good battle-hardened general. We will make sure that our armies are taken care of together. I thank you for the overabundance and blessing you have offered us. Now me and my men just pray for victory.
I wish you well on your journey. Be safe.
And he'll head out. As he heads out, a servant comes sprinting in, falls over, and like falls over because they were sprinting so fast, and they go, Tomon, here, and as they're going to say it, you hear a familiar voice. Tomon Kian! Show yourself, brother!
I drive it out.
It's like,
Well,
killing
It
people
does it sound like he's right
today.
outside?
He is calling to you. He is a little bit out. The servant, like, kind of realizes, oh shit, and points backwards and says, he dispatched the guards at the gate, and he's coming in. He's angry. It's your brother. I'm sorry. And Asaya looks to you and goes, we can dispatch of him if we need to. And
I will deal with it.
Daniel
And I'll
Shermesh kind
summon-
of brings his men to block the thing and goes, if you need us, my prince, we will stand at the ready to defend you.
Thank you. And then I'll immediately summon Ginray.
Okay.
Talk about a show of trust.
So
Yeah.
you show Ginray and the farmers. You don't understand what this means, but Remus kind of gets it as the farmers go, Tetsuki.
Oh
Like they start like
yeah.
saying this and everything
Yeah.
as you summon Ginray.
Oh no.
A few of the Ronin, Ronin's blades, say it too, and then as they're saying it, a few of the guards turn around from their position at stance and look back and see you, and then you see their eyes widen and they start saying it too, and almost it's fallen over the entire room as they're saying this.
I hope
You don't understand what it means.
Because
Yeah,
that's what
I
you
kind
are
of look
now.
around like confused, and I like keep walking.
You're a leader of a cult. I'm gonna let you be confused by it for a little bit.
I have such an awesome picture in my head of you just standing there with your fox kind of wrapped around you, and like everyone's kind of in awe right now with that. That's so fucking
His
cool.
his white gold little robes. He's like,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah,
mean? I look like a god. Like
Everybody's
adding
trust was
gold
just solidified right there, and it was so good.
So, Tomon, what would you like to do?
I'm debating whether I want to turn Ginray into me and then send Ginray out there,
Uh-huh.
or if I should just be a boss and just fucking walk out there and deal with him.
I mean, we're following you anyways.
Yeah.
He walks out, 7 arrows.
7 arrows. Oh, roll sides.
You walk out. You feel a warm feeling in your ribs. You look down. Akira's just there. Step, 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 step.
I'll look at Remus and I'll look at Gran. I'll kind of like motion them to like follow me, and I'll walk outside and go.
Yeah.
My brother.
I'm gonna have the shield so fucking ready. My tower shield is so ready. I don't have my sword out, but I do have the shield out.
Push you guys forward. So on the bridge, your brother is stood. Let me set the tone a little bit.
Oh, I want his katana. When we kill him, I want his katana.
Hey yo.
Hey,
just so you know, I'll let you have your time to grieve, but I also will take the
I'll let you have my time to grieve, but I'm taking the katana. Look, I know your brother died and all, but
That's looking like a tasty,
kinda,
like, plus
his
2
katana's
katana.
kinda
So he's,
cool. Can I, like,
yeah.
swap it? Bedtime?
He doesn't need it anymore. He died with it in his hands. It's a bad omen to carry that thing in your hand.
I'm just sitting there, like, crying my eyes out,
Oh.
looking at you.
Oh man. So he's just laying there? Ah, well. I'm gonna loot him.
God, that's
Get
awful. I don't even.
So, as you look onto this bridge, rain begins pitter-pattering.
Oh lord.
As the storm has come in, you see your brother in full military garbs, exactly how he looks in this, point towards you as you walk up. And he screams again, Tomon! Fight me!
Must we brothers fight Andromenon?
You are a traitor to your house, to me, to your father. House Serpent will be spared if they are to give you over willingly. Otherwise, the army of Kian will descend upon this place.
Brother, you are the only one who has betrayed this land and its people. I'm here to right the wrongs you and my father have committed.
He unsheaths the sword and holds it and goes, It looks like death, then.
I'd unsheathe my sword, but I don't have it. So.
You just go, like just.
Pulls out the fox. Throws it.
Yep.
He goes, Ginray, form of sword.
Henry, form of sword.
Ginray starts like growling at him and like hopping around near you, like a little agitated at this, ready to go.
Real quick,
Mm-hmm.
can I... So Tomon has started to get suspicions that his brother or his father are being controlled by demons.
By
Can I
demons.
do a insight check or something here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
What a hero. Gets possessed by a demon once and he's like, that's gotta be it. That has to be it.
His soul is pure.
At least for my father, maybe not my brother. That's an 18.
That is an 18. Would you like to hero point reroll that?
No.
Okay. He is too far away for you to really gather up enough information. You'd have to get much closer to him.
Then I'll just say, do we have like is there like if there's like a customary like duel kind of thing, like bow or something, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like we'll go and attack.
Okay. So you're gonna run up to him, and what are you doing? What's your move?
I'll just have Ginray run up to him. He's part of me. That's one person.
What a guy. What a guy.
You want me to just make the first attack?
So Ginray's gonna run up to him.
Yeah, he's gonna do the charge thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. It's been so long since I've had to roll. I think it's plus. Look up what this is. So this is least charge. It's +1 circumstance bonus.
Whoa. You think you saved that hero point?
Hero point. That never happened. No natural
Unless you roll a
one.
second one.
You say that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was your prediction this time, dude. That was crazy.
So, Ginray runs up to him, and Andromedon takes the sword and uses the hilt of it and smacks Ginray to the side, throwing him to the side. Ginray winces and like kind of flies off into the water.
Oh shit.
I will like put Ginray. Ginray's just like Ginray can swim.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought
Ginray's
he
not.
was gone.
Ginray's
No,
not
that's
fucking
it. He's
dead.
drowned and it's fucking.
I thought he was
so-
just like out of existence. He's gone now.
Like Ginray can swim, but Ginray will be like in the water now, like right there. Like foomp, like Ginray flies off the thing. Just like when we were boys. You send someone else to do your dirty work.
Oh, now you've got to slap.
Face me like a man, brother!
Ginray is me, but have it go away.
Take
Is
a
it-
metal gauntlet.
Is he gonna let me attack again? Like, what
Yeah,
is
if you
that?
want to, yeah, he's just kind of standing there.
I mean, I'll use a spell if he wants me to.
Take a metal gauntlet. Slap
this
him
gonna-
with it.
Is this gonna have like any penalties to it, or
No,
Seems
this is a
like-
new turn. He's just kind of like essentially like passing.
okay?
Oh wow,
Scared,
God.
dude. I'm very
I'd be
interested.
terrified.
I will scorching ray him.
Second
Uh-oh.
thought, don't take
Yeah.
the metal gauntlet. Slap him, dude.
Graham ducks for cover.
Yeah, I'm moving backwards. Like a bit.
So what's my attack? Plus 10.
It's gonna be. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be 3 1s.
Okay, calm down.
Rig the
Yeah,
dice.
the amount of curse you're trying to throw on someone right,
Right?
now.
Why? Shit's like fucked up. It won't scroll really down. There
You're doing great, buddy.
we go. Okay. I'm gonna roll this 3 times. Each has plus 10. So that's a 19. That's a natural 20, so that's
Well.
a 30.
And that'll crit. Oh wait, no.
And that is also an 18.
Oh yeah, the 2 19s miss. What is the total on the natural 20?
30, you said?
30.
Okay, 30. So that will hit and will be upgraded to a critical hit.
Okay. That will be. It's a 46 fire damage on a hit, so it's 8d6. Fire damage.
He's gonna use his
29.
reaction to do a move. Wow. That is gonna be a failure on his point. Okay.
Tell me you rolled a 1 too.
So I did roll a 1. So he
Yeah.
still only takes half. But he doesn't dodge the whole thing. So what's half of 29? So that would be 15. So 15. So you see him as his form distorts and he shifts over a quick second and then shifts back as your attacks lob at him. And your one Scorching Ray that was going to hit him right in the center misses and only grazes his arm.
Okay.
Oh, come on, brother. You can do better than that. And he'll give you another
You wanna-
turn.
If you want to sit there and take it all day, be my guest.
I mean, get right. We're frothing at the mouth. Get the wolf, get the fox up here. He'll go. I'll run it.
Yeah. How much movement is it going to take for your?
So Ginry does not have a swimming speed, correct?
I don't know.
Oh lord.
Uh,
Oh lord. There's a swimming speed. Oh
Details. Island statistics. I don't know. He doesn't. I don't see a swimming speed. So.
Probably
I don't
same
know
as
what that means.
movement.
So if you don't see a swimming speed, then he doesn't have one. So that means he treats it as, I believe it's like hazardous.
Difficult terrain or whatever.
Hazardous terrain, I believe is what it's called. No. What the fuck is it? It's movement in here. There we go. So swim speed. Okay, so you have to make an athletics check to have Genrei swim.
Okay. Is that an action?
And then you move through difficult terrain, so he can only move half his movement speed.
Okay.
And then he has to move. He has to perform, as part of his like movement action, he has to perform an athletics check to even attempt it, because he doesn't have a swimming speed. So attempted athletics check with Genrei.
Let me see how much he could actually make. So this would be like half.
Well, so first off, he would have to. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. He would have to go from here to here and then go up.
Yeah.
So we have to make a jump up. There's no like easy way back on.
Yeah.
Genrei is going to be difficult to get back up there.
Interesting. Maybe we should just leave it right to the
That
fishies.
might honestly be better just to fucking de-summon him in this.
I don't know how much. I don't remember how I can dismiss.
So dismissing is, I think,
Or
like
is that-
one action.
Release.
I know summoning is
Isn't it 3?
3, yeah.
Summoning's 3.
Feet, manifest Eidolon. If forced beyond this distance, or if you are reduced to 0 hit points, your Eidolon's physical form dissolves. Your Eidolon unmanifests, and you need to use the manifest.
If your island is already manifested,
Oh.
you unmanifest it instead.
You can,
So I think I need to use it.
was
Manifest.
already manifested, you unmanifested instead. So what's unmanifested then? I'll
It's
look
just-
it up. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it's
Unmanif-
just dismissing out of existence.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it is a like free action to unmanifest him, because it doesn't say it's an action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume you can just unmanifest him for free. Because that also makes sense that on your turn, if you're like, damn, he's really in the thick of it, you can just be like, he's gone, so he's not gonna put you in danger.
Yeah. In that case, I'll leave him there. I'll just dismiss him, but I won't resummon him yet.
Okay,
And I'll-
so
I'll
he's
switch
dismissed.
I will cast Scorching Ray once again.
I am once again
Asking
asking you for some
for-
scorching ray.
Roll me some good ones. That's
Oh,
not
no.
a good one.
That's gonna miss.
Yep.
That's
Right.
gonna miss.
I don't.
You have
This-
cursed. I don't
Buddy,
know
this-
what you did to me.
This
Ernest.
duel is.
You know what you have to do.
Why?
You just don't want to do it.
And there's the 20. Does this?
The duality of
And it-
man
and it-
here, dude.
All right, well, it's another 86.
Alright, so he's gonna use his reaction. Okay, that's gonna be enough. So he just like shivers again and moves out of the way, so the final blast that was gonna hit him completely misses.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then he says, "Really, brother? The best you can do in a fair fight is sick a dog on me and throw magical fires? I remembered my brother was powerful. I'm starting to doubt if you are really him."
Are you gonna continue shrieking into a mist, or are you going to fight?
Question is, are you ready to fight?
You're the one who wanted to fight, not me, Andromeda.
Let's keep going then. And he'll pass his next turn.
What a menace.
You gotta turn into that fox form.
I mean-
before you're gonna take any thing, I guess.
Oh, the
Is that
Kasune
how it
form?
works?
That might be good.
I was just kidding. I don't know. I don't know,
could do
man.
that,
He's
but,
your
like,
brother,
It
dog.
doesn't have a fighting application, really. Not yet, at least.
Listen, you gotta turn into Lucario so you can beat his ass.
True. You gotta evolve so you can fight this gym leader.
I'm just gonna. If he's gonna sit there, I'm gonna send him get him right back.
Okay. I'll bring Genry out.
And Ginray Link gets one action, so
Hold on,
Uh,
Genry's still flying.
he's still flying. He has a movement of 35, so he should still be able to reach him. Almost.
Yeah,
Well,
that
counts
should
as
that should get enough. You should be fine.
I mean, that's my turn, so I'll go again if he's not gonna do anything.
Oh no, he'll strike the dog.
No.
That is a 25.
I believe that hits.
That is another 25.
Oh my god.
And that is a 20.
He has
A 20
good thing.
A 20 misses.
His AC is 20.
Okay, so yeah, so that misses. No, that hits. That hits. Because it meets it, beats it. So
You're
that's
far above your weight, dog.
that's 3 strikes onto you.
Wait, I have a tattoo.
Okay.
I forget what it does, but it raised my AC by 1, I thought, right?
Is the tattoo a reaction?
It is a reaction. It's the warding tattoo. I have to pull up the stats. So. Exactly.
I don't see it in your inventory.
I forgot to add it. I took away the money for it. Though.
Oh,
I forgot
okay.
to add it.
Oh, that's your fault.
Yeah. So if you don't use it, I can do what else.
I'll let you use it next time, but this time you can't, because that's your punishment for not adding it.
Okay.
Now go ahead and add it to your sheet.
Yeah.
So it's 42 points of damage.
Okay. Give me a second.
Wait. Yeah, that's 42 points of damage.
Did it add it? That is more than that's Sorry, that is more than half my health.
Yes.
Got like 14 hit points.
You're doing all right there, Tomon.
He strikes Ginray and kind of like literally cuts into him across. Like you see a mad gash. Tomon grabs his shoulder blade and like falls down on one knee and like barely gets himself back up. And then your brother says, "Come on, Tomon! Stop sending your pet. Let us fight. What's that thing you did when we were kids and you were young? You'd get mad."
Hit him with the god you just heard. He's not expecting that. Summoning the divine deity.
Divine deity? I'm not confident it would show up right now.
Fuck it.
The only thing it's done is get rid of that demon. I have not heard. I've radio silence since.
Divine intervention right here, right now.
If you want to play with your swords and trinkets, I'll play with my magic and my summon. And Ginray will.
So,
attack.
real quick, what he's referencing is when you were kids and you guys would fight, you would get really mad, and sometimes you would accidentally show him your Kisune form. He is one of the only people other than Akira who knows of it.
Fucking
Yeah.
knew it. I
forgot about
knew
that.
you had to go Goku and go into the fox form.
In that case, I'll say, I'll show you what I'm worth then, and then I'll switch forms.
So, you switch, go full Kisune. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet. You figured out how to do it. I was like, I don't know if you know how
Yeah.
to do it in there.
I remember. It's been a little bit.
You go full Kisune, and you charge up a next attack, and you see your brother give a sigh of relief, and he sheaths his sword. And we will take our break right there.
Oh, he was.
Okay,
so
what experience
real.
you have?
They were real. I see.
Is you went Kisune form. As you brought up a spell, whatever you're going to cast, your brother unsheathed his sword and went, "Finally, we have results."
He sheathed his sword?
He
Is that what you meant?
sheathed his sword, yes.
Is this what you wanted, brother?
To be honest, Tomon, I didn't believe the rumors, so I wanted to see for myself. I yield! And he takes his sword and throws it. I am now at the mercy of House Serpent and am your prisoner.
Where did
And
throw it?
He just throws it like into the like off to the side.
God.
Like it's still on the bridge. He just like throws it far enough away from him that he can't like grab it. And he kneels down and puts his arms out like this, like ready to be like put in like cuffs, essentially.
Well, as security guard, it is my right to take the dangerous weapons away.
What? What are you doing, brother? Did you come here just to be captured?
I came here seeking answers, and it seems that capture might result in the most of them. Are you not going to take this win for your cause, or are you just going to leave me to walk away? Or will you stoop so low as to kill an unarmed prisoner?
I will not kill you, brother. Not now, at least. I hope I don't have to kill you at all.
Then again, and he puts his head down and puts his arms up.
I mean, we take him in and he leaves. Either way, it's a win for you because no bloodshed happened.
Yes.
Colt's just
Oh, no.
worried that this is a situation where like he wants to be fucking captured.
Well, he clearly does. So, but
Send it back.
he also, I don't know, want to just send him away, you know. We will take you custody for now. We'll let you go later if we decide upon it. I'll like turn around and find like some guards or somebody to go.
So the servants and the house Oni people and everybody in this area have gathered around this koi pond, watching this fight, watching what was going on, seeing everything, seeing you get like cut within an inch of your life, and everything, like seeing all this, and then they saw you give mercy to him and everything, and they are just in awe. The word Tetsukage is like going around like crazy. Like it is, yeah, it is full on like Dune. Lisal Gaib, Lisal Gaib. Like it's the full thing. Like is going all around. Like you can hear it. It's kind of like echoing and growing and getting louder.
I love that Graham's just not from here, so he's just looking around like, what the fuck is all of this?
So Shermesh, also known as the Algo Oni, will walk up to you, and he'll be like, "My prince, my men, and I can handle him and keep him contained." And they'll kind of start walking up to like take his stuff and everything.
Don't treat him too roughly for now. I don't know. His intentions are very unclear to me currently.
He will be taken care of. I will make sure of it. And he gives some orders out to his men that are essentially like, don't harm him, be nice to him. And then he kind of says like, this is our best hostage we'll ever get. Like, take care of him. If he fucking dies, this is like, it's going to make shit a lot harder. And you can see he's already kind of planning out like how to use him or something. Not like over your head, but just as like telling his men like, fucking, like this guy's really important. Do not kill him. And they kind of take him, they put shackles on him, on his arms and his legs. They confiscate his sword, and Daniel, also known as the Algo, will take his sword and he just kind of like holds it. And then they take him away. They'll put him in like a cage and everything that they have, and take care of him.
Let's be honest. Him with an ability like that, can we really capture him?
So Tomon, from your cloak around you, it begins starting to glow with a white pearlescent light. No one else sees this. The rest of you don't notice. Like, Tomon's kind of looking down and it's like, whoa, that's bright. And you guys are like, what the fuck, Tomon?
Remus understands. He knows what's happening.
And then you hear this resounding, echoous voice that almost like fully encompasses you and kind of startles you when you hear it. That goes, "You have done well, my child. Receive my boon." And the homebrew item that y'all have, I will add a new one to it.
Oh,
These are Lythander's golden linens. So these are, they just got added to your homebrew item one. So these clothes can resemble anything the user wears, such as your clothes. However, they must be white with gold trim to them. They are pristine and will never soil through any means. They always smell fresh and clean and never dirty, no matter how much you do them. During the day, every time at the beginning of a day when you have daily prep, you can choose one of the following benefits. You can gain a +2 to AC. You can gain a +2 to all checks of strength or dexterity or constitution or wisdom or intelligence or charisma. Like, you pick one of those and you get a +2. When you have a single hero point, you can gain a hero point whenever you spend one. So that's like during the day, if you spend a hero point, if you have one and you spend one, you get one immediately back.
That it's only like one time though. It's not like infinite.
It's every time you spend a hero point, you get one back, as long as you have only one left. So you will always have one hero point. essentially.
So I can just intentionally use one?
You can't use it on the same roll, like as the GM I'm telling you. Like
Well, yeah, not the same
you
roll,
finish the
yeah.
roll and then you get it back, but essentially you will get infinite hero points if you pick that one.
What?
What?
You may
That's
you may
wild.
re-roll 3 checks of any type.
What?
You and up to 2 allies gain 10 temporary hit points, or you and up to 2 allies are cured of any non-magical diseases or curses. And you pick one of these each day to gain. To
That is
clarify
odd.
with the disease and curses, Graham's disease / curse, his curse, is a magical curse. So I would not pick that one to cure that because it's not going to do anything. But this is if like y'all contract a disease or a curse from something else. This is like an easy thing that you could get rid of.
I will tell you as well, I do not gain temporary hit points. So
Yeah.
you'll have to pick Remus and somebody else.
Okay.
I'm about to switch. I'm about to go to the Godfather. Fuck Lilith.
So I did
Oh,
think,
yeah.
and I do know that this one is very powerful, but it is Lythander, who's the
Yeah.
god of gods. So I was like, if
Yeah,
anybody's
it-
gonna have a powerful fucking ability, it'll be this
It's
one.
not even
Yeah.
ascended yet.
It's
It
like
isn't. This
Yeah,
is not an
dormant.
ascendant. This is dormant. You have to do something, and again, for all of you, all 3 of you now have runic items. Anytime you do certain things, like for example, you have ascended the Cloak of Umbral Ravens. Remus has ascended that. Now, Remus doesn't necessarily know what he did to cause that, and I'm not going to tell y'all what you can do to cause that because your characters don't know. But you can kind of search out and do things and think about the god and what the god's about and everything. And that can kind of help you figure out how to kind of ascend it, and then you'll do something and that'll proc its ascension.
That's
Yes, this is a fucking crazy ability.
So does he get to pick one right now?
No, it's at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
So he can't pick one right now.
Hey, man, I just thought it would be a special thing because you get some right now. So
Nope.
fair,
I
fair.
don't necessarily need it right now anyway, but
Hey, Walt, don't get
appreciate
caught.
it. I mean, I am pretty low health, but no heal.
So that kind of happens. That whole thing happens, and you're like, oh. And Remus, you kind of look over to him and gather as much as you gather, and you're like, ah, okay, he's getting fucking boons. And you guys kind of see, like, his cloak that he was wearing that was gold and white, it had gotten a little bit dirty. In the fight, in the scuffle, it had gotten a little dirty as well, from his own blood, like, seeping through when Ginray got cut, because he got cut as well. And you watch that with, like, this moment of, like, Tomon's like, oh, okay. And he, like, kind of comes back to you guys. The entire thing kind of magically, you blink and it's cleaned itself. It is entirely pristine clean.
That's cool.
After this, I'll kind of go. Lysander, is that you?
No response.
Bitch.
Yeah, they do that.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah, I bet.
No,
he
I mean,
finds it.
I assume you're talking in
Yeah.
yourself, so it's not like I could hear it. But I mean, yeah, if you said
I
that,
might have I would have like barely whispered the Lysander part, but like mostly in my head. So
yeah, it would have been like it literally would have been like the scene with Gordon where he's like, "Hey, Bat, what the fuck?" And the other guy's like, "Yeah, he does that a lot." Like it's. Okay.
I'll gotta turn around then, and I'll kind of find like a servant. Or wait, I don't know where my quarters are.
You take one step, you turn around, take one step, and the over-encompassing voice envelops you again. You have pleased me, child. You have chosen peace when it would have been easy to show aggression. Continue down this path.
Consider this my
Not
response,
acquaintance.
and don't call me a bitch.
I'll just say I'll do my best. I believe that's what is good for the station anyway. All in my head.
Yeah. So as you head to your quarters, a servant will approach you, and this is like your specific servant, and she'll go, my prince, Tomon, I'm supposed to relay to you that the master of House Oni, Ialgo Oni, has taken the prisoner into his private quarters to watch. And he said if you would like to speak to him on matters or see the prisoner, he can be delivered to your quarters, or you can go there on your own time, of course.
Perfect. I will convene with him shortly. I need to patch myself up a little bit first. And I'll go like off to my quarters.
Yes.
I'll drag I'll try to like get Graham to like follow me.
As you like say like that and you're like ready to go, she'll like bow, and as you and Graham walk off, Remus just captures the quick whisper as she goes, "Tetsukuki," and like goes down and then walks off.
Okay. Please. I can't wait to tell you you're in charge of a cult. Good fucking luck.
So you go into your where are you going again? Your quarters. That's what you said.
The quarters.
Yeah. So you get in the quarters. You're fine. Like you shut the door. You guys are all good.
And I'm like I try to get Graham to follow me. So if he's following me, we'll try to get him to
Yeah,
patch me up a little
definitely.
bit.
Not like I'm doing much else. Yeah, I'll patch you up, so it's just a medicine roll.
Like you shut the door, Graham, and Timon's like, oh, it hurts so bad. Please, fucking help me.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what is it? 3d8, I believe.
2d8.
2d8. No. I think Graham's is 3d8.
Unless he's an expert.
No,
But
I am
his
not.
successful healing is 2d8. Critical
Oh,
healing
okay.
is 4d8.
I am
You're
not,
right,
so it's
you're right.
2d8.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Into the fog. 5. Take it or leave it.
Maybe I should call Remus over here to lay on hands on me.
I had enough screen for that cut, so that's all you get.
That's so fucking good.
Better than nothing. It is a little better.
Take it or leave it. I'll do my medicine. check.
Listen, no.
No. You can't do a medicine check on him.
None of this bullshit. Listen, we're not pretty much.
He's immune to the medicine check for an hour,
Yeah,
regardless
yeah.
of who does it.
None of this
You got
bullshit.
to lay on hands.
I'm just gonna cast heal into him instead.
Oh, okay,
Even
heal.
better.
Oh, you have heal?
I
When
do
did you
have
get
heal.
that?
I've had it
He's
since
had
the
it
whole
for a
time.
while. Yeah, he's had it for a while.
Have you ever used
Oh.
it?
Well, if
Uh,
you
no,
if
I've
you
tried-
succeed at your check, you can continue treating the target to
Where?
grant additional
Where are you seeing
healing.
that?
Right in the Archives of Nethys, brother.
Oh, shit.
Really?
If you treat it for a
In
total
treat
of 1
wounds?
hour, double the hit points it regains from treat wounds.
Huh.
That is what it says. It says nothing about you cannot do it.
Yeah,
again.
it does.
It
Doesn't it
just-
say
That's-
like time based after like 10?
That's the
like
beginning
going about
part.
hours
Within
is-
10 minutes treating one injured living creature, blah blah blah. But if you succeed at your check, you can continue treating the target to grant additional healing. If you
Oh.
treat it for a total of 1 hour, double the hit points it regains from treat wounds. That's the only thing mentions an hour. That's it. Nothing else
Okay,
says you
so
can't do it.
Where
again.
did we read the other thing then?
I have no idea.
Because me and
I
Mac
remember
definitely
reading it too.
read that. Yeah, that was like you can't
Isn't it in
treat wounds.
It is not
Wanders?
on the website. It's on. You have to go to the book for it.
Yeah, that's just treat poison. Oh well, I'm looking at the wrong person anyway. Yeah, you guys just have treat
Mr.
poison.
First aid.
You can also
that's
rolling
fair.
against a higher DC is also an option.
That I remember.
Yeah, I could do that, but I haven't been able to get it over 20s.
Oh, I see it. It says the target is then temporarily retrieved with actions for 1 hour, but you can also continue healing.
Okay.
Yeah,
1 hour.
continue for an
Yeah,
hour.
okay.
yes.
So you can basically,
Okay.
like, if you, I mean, you can't, but the immunity wears off an hour. You can spend an hour treating it, so then you can turn around and treat it again.
It would probably be at the end of that, but yeah.
I see what Ryan said. It's exactly what we did. It's just a different wording of it. Like Ryan's saying, like you can continue to administer it for like multiple hours. What we were just doing is one check, and then you'd wait an hour, and then one check. So we were doing the same thing of like continuously treating them and everything. I see what you mean.
So I mean, he can recover 10, and I can still cast healing.
Yeah, so you can double that, by the way. Yeah, if you whatever your roll was, you can double that. You just spend an hour, he'll get double that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it is getting late, so you guys can either decide to like heal up and go to sleep if y'all want to, and then deal with your brother in the morning, or if you wanted to go tonight, you can probably spend like a few hours, and then you're gonna want to go over there. You guys also wanted to speak with the leader of House O'Neill. I'll go, and so he's expecting you tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this nice, short and sweet. I'm not gonna spend all the surgery on him. I'm just gonna cast.
Yeah,
level
just a
2.
quick patch.
Okay.
That's all I need.
So I'm gonna again. I believe I'm gonna roll 2d8 because I heightened it.
Let me look real quick. Feel free to roll those because I'm pretty sure that's correct. But just real quick. So yeah, 1d8, and then you heighten it. So it's a level 1 spell, so you're casting it at level 2, right? Yeah. So yeah, so you just heighten it. Yeah. So you get
Just an extra d8. That was.
Oh, hold on.
So.
You could just restore 8 hit points. You don't have to roll if you do the 2-action one.
Oh, okay.
Because you pick somebody and you restore 8 hit points.
Oh, that's right.
So you just do 16 hit points to him
There
by
you go.
doing it heightened 1.
That works.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's even better.
Yep. So there you go, Tomon.
Sorry, how many hit points?
16.
Okay. Is that addition or overall?
Yeah, you add 16 hit points to
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was 10 before. I didn't catch it was the
No,
same.
you add the 10 and the 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be 26 total.
You're doing
Okay.
great.
I like zoned out for like
Yeah, you're fine.
a
You're
couple
fine.
minutes there.
We were talking
No
about
problem.
rules anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Damn,
I just
Tomon
wanted
still
to
has his
use-
bola.
I do too.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm not like good with it, so there's not like a lot of opportunities to use it.
No, it's a +0 for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys spend 1 hour. That's it. Just healing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, 1 hour healing.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
what are you guys gonna do? You can also send the servant to like if you want to deal with your brother first, you can send the servant to bring your brother here. Or to like clear the room so you guys can go in, or if you want to speak to Ialgo alone before your brother, you could set up that. Or if you want to do both of them at the same time, feel free.
Let's do y'all go first.
Okay. Do
Alright.
you want to have the prisoner removed from the room, or do you want Ialgo to come to y'all?
Probably if they're in the same room, we just have the prisoner removed.
Okay.
For a little bit.
Yeah. So then the he'll just remove the prisoner, and then he'll give you guys a heads up of like, yep, we're good to go, and then y'all can come into the little like little
The damn cell is.
Yeah. No, because you guys are going to Surmesh first.
Oh, okay.
That's what Tomon said. So you guys are gonna speak to Ialgo Oni. So you guys come in. He has like tea. He has like stuff set up. A nice little like some little things to like nibble on. Not like dinner per se, but like some little things if you wanted to like eat anything.
Wait till I show you something else to nibble on.
Feel free. A friend of Tomon's is a friend of mine. You said you wanted to speak with me. my prince? What can I
Yes.
be of service? Is it necessary for your guards to be here with us? I don't have mine.
Graham's just shaving off hard cheddar, putting it on a
I
plate.
believe some
I
of them will have
know.
relevant
There
information.
you go.
As Graham's shaving off cheddar, he kind of looks at him and goes, or chef?
He's
A little bit of
he has
both.
many talents.
Well, it's good to keep men around you that are multi-skilled.
What was it? Sir Mesh was he was the headmaster or the
He was the
That-
shogunate. As you know
Shogunate.
him, Tomon, he was
Yes,
the
that's what I remember
shogunate
now.
of the entire army of Kian, the army of the Okaigo Empire. To Remus, you would know, is
He's a bitch ass warden.
he is the warden who exiled Remus and started Remus's life of horrors.
Bitch ass warden is what he is.
And to me, he's my dinner guest.
Oh
Yeah, you like
God.
shave off some
There's
cheese.
tasting.
He's
stuff.
eating it, and he does fucking love the cheese. He keeps going back for more.
Stop.
What I tell you?
Oh my God. Lord.
You were never. Were you ever the shogunate before?
No, my prince. I'm. If you don't know too much about me, my name before I took on the name Yalgo Oni was Daniel Shemesh. I was a warden of a small town. I defended the town very valiantly from bandits and thieves and other denizens of the night. As I grew in fame for that town, I began defending a few other towns where their wardens had left them to the horrors of the less fortunate, the less civilized of our nation. And as I grew to become a warden over a few towns, and more towns wanted my help, I began traveling around and made a name of myself. Let me grab this real quick. Hold on. Yes. I was most notable for the wardens under my teaching that came to me. We functioned instead of off of a hereditary system based on who your father was. I began to bring up men from the smaller folk into my clove based on what I am calling a meritocratic hierarchy. You perform well and take care of your people and take care of your tasks, and you will gain reputation within my ranks and within my house. When House Oni was eliminated, I was not part of them. I had the name Daniel Serbesh, but the people of the Forest of Juyo thought that I would make a good leader, and so I took on the cause, and the Emperor named me House Oni, gave me a new name with Ialgo, and I took to it. And I've been leading my people very strong since.
And you never had a twin brother, did you?
No, not that I know of. I didn't know much of my father. My mother died when I was fairly young. It was my uncle who raised me.
There was someone who went by the same name and looked exactly like you, who was the shogunate while I was still in the capital. I later found out.
Oh, yes. I was afraid that this would come to haunt me. In some of my more primal urges for food and comfort at a younger age, I needed coin. So, a man bought my likeness. He used magic and my name and who I was for a bit of coin.
You son of a bitch.
I didn't think much of it. I've heard good things about him, but multiple people don't usually see the two of us physically, so they don't put two and two together. He is not me, and I do not take ownership for any of his accolades. His are his, and mine are mine.
I was aware I discovered he was a changeling.
Changeling. What is this word?
That's how he took your form. He changes shape. That's what
Oh,
took your life.
I assumed it was magical contract or a demon bind or something.
No.
It was
But,
like a rare breed.
You're telling me he was a mere man?
It seems he is a man, a powerful one. He is currently in...
Well, shit, I should have asked for more money then. Only got like 20 gold pieces.
Well,
What
he's
the
currently
fuck?
building an army in the place we're all gearing up to go to war in, so...
Wait, he's building an army here? In Kaya?
No. Oh, no, my mistake. It's, what's the...
Gallon.
continent
Gallon.
again?
Gallon is the
Yeah.
nation, the continent is
Yes.
Nexus.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's currently in Gallon.
he is building up, he is appearing as me and building up an army in Gallon?
He doesn't appear as you anymore. He does a lot of different forms he goes through.
Well, and he like kind of stands up and he goes, my prince, for any ill this has brought you, I'm very sorry. And he like bows and is like respectful, like, I'm very sorry.
No, not at all. No need. You are not
This was,
the one at fault.
to clarify everything, this was about maybe 6-7 years ago. So to you, Remus, to put that in perspective, if he's being truthful in the 6-7 years, this would still be the Daniel Shemesh that fucked you up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's okay. He's gonna get what's coming to him.
Dallum,
Fair question.
show him who
I'll
you
let the
are.
diplomacy have it. Oh well. Alright.
pull your hood down.
It won't do anything. Like, he's just a disgusting abomination.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have any dramatic effect. I'll let him get the diplomacy out of the way first.
Well, I just wanted to clear up, maybe figure out what exactly happened there. But just be aware that perhaps in the future we might have to deal with him at one point. We butted heads a little bit in Gallon, but that is a future problem for a different time.
If he is an enemy of you, then he is an enemy of me.
I'll give him a nod and he's like, that is all I had. I bid you farewell.
Oh. but
And
I'm
he
not done.
bows. As he bows, you like say that, and he kind of brings up his head.
Got a question for you.
Yes.
You
This is
remember the
highly
name?
unorthodox, but
Oh, unorthodox is the least to explain it. You remember a name Remus Whispervale?
I can't say I do.
Think real hard and make sure that name doesn't ring a bell. A little village, Judo.
No. Is this a name I should know?
I'm an insight. This motherfucker.
Go ahead,
I don't
roll me
know.
perception.
Second, all right.
Roll me perception, boyo.
Once
I
again, Graham's
don't-
just feasting, enjoying the
I
show.
don't believe.
Graham's like,
believe in
wine and
growth.
cheese and wine and cheese and wine and cheese.
That'll be a 22.
He is telling the fucking truth. He looks like he has no idea what this name is that you're saying. He is holding nothing in.
Oh, you lived a day, you sick piece of shit.
Today.
Oh, so lucky. Okay. All right.
What the fuck is that?
I was so ready to murder him right here, right now. You have no idea.
Oh, I know you were.
I
You
wanted.
blushed it for the record. That would
I just wanted.
complicate things a little bit.
I'm not. I would have done a duel. It'll be alright. I could have commanded his army.
Kill
All right. All right.
We missed the head of
He looks to you, Tomon, and goes, "Is this Remus Whispervale important to you? Is this...
Snuff.
Yes, he got me through my tough times in Gallum. We are very close now.
The
I
man you
believe-
stole. Oh, go ahead.
I believe he may have had some unpleasant interactions with someone. I'm unsure if it was you, but someone that he said looked like
Wait,
you
wait,
and
wait,
had
wait,
the
wait,
same-
wait.
Oh god.
Remus Whispervale.
Oh, yes. Oh, a strut from the second story window, baby. Come on, Kobe Bryant, you so best.
The Whispervales, they that was the twins that I grew up with.
What? I'll kill him. Oh, that's fucking it. I can't do it anymore. Fuck it. I'm kicking the chair and I'm putting him to the ground. I can't.
You
I've
kick the
had
chair,
enough of
throw
it.
him to the ground. He's so caught off guard. He's like, "What the fuck? What? Ah!
You.
Tomon!"
You purposely sent a note saying I raped your wife.
Oh.
You kicked me out of the village. You made me into a fucking monster. You
Made you?
pathetic-
Who? What?
You. It was on your orders.
He
Warden.
looks
I
directly
served
at
under
you. And goes, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand. Tomon, like he looks over at you. Tomon.
I'll put my hand on like Remus's shoulders, like, please, friend, don't be too hasty.
Alright, I'll get up. I'm just gonna look at Tomon. One move.
He kind of
One
like
wrong
picks
fucking
himself
move,
up slowly and
I'll
like
slice him in half.
dusts himself off, and he like takes his swords that he's got and like takes them off and puts them down when you say like one move, and he like puts them down and like puts his hands up.
I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, but the man you sold your form to destroyed my life. So I hope the 20 gold was worth
Tell
it.
me what happened. You're not giving me anything to work with. I don't know what any of this is.
At this point.
Simple. Warden Daniel Surmesh, when he was serving in Judo, served under you. I was a soldier. I got... You convinced the entire town that I raped your wife. And I was sent out.
You're little Remus.
Not anymore. He died a long time ago in a forest in Juyo when I turned into a fucking monster.
Where's your sister?
Gone. Just like the rest of that life.
I don't understand.
Now, he'll flip his hood up and look at me. You think I could go back?
He is like when you flip your hood, like he thinks you're gonna attack him, and then he sees it, and he kind of winces again.
Yeah, it's all normal. That's perfectly how it goes.
You think when did this happen?
It damn sure was longer than 6 or 7 years ago.
If that's truly you, Remus, I haven't seen you since we were kids. You and
Nope.
your sister, we used to play together in the streets. We would get in trouble and you would always defend us.
The inside says he's real.
You can roll more insight. You can always roll more if you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, yeah.
You could always ask to make rolls. I'm just never going to
Okay.
tell y'all to make rolls.
Cool. All
Like, I will say, during that whole conversation with Akira, I looked back at it. Y'all didn't ask to roll at all.
Yeah. I'm just spinning your points. Give me that.
Oh, that's true. I guess we didn't.
Yeah, you guys didn't. So you just have to take his word for it.
Fuck.
You can
Ryan,
take
it's
mine
supposed
if
to
you
be a
need it.
secret roll. I can do a secret roll for you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see that you rolled a holy shit. Okay.
It's a +7. I don't know if that matters.
Doesn't matter because you rolled a fucking nat 20. So.
Hell.
Oh, there
And
you
it's a
go.
secret roll. I'm not supposed to fucking tell you, but I like to tell you when it's nat 20. Because that's cool. You know without a shadow of a doubt, he is completely truth in everything he's been saying to you. He at least believes it. Now, you don't have to believe him. You
Right.
could. There's many different ways that he could be believing this himself, but he does not have a shadow of doubt of what he is saying is true. He has never seen you since you were kids in a small town where he hung out with you and your sister, and that's the last time he ever saw you.
Okay. And sister, do you mean I have Derek Swiftroot as like another character? Did you add a sister?
Yeah, you never had a sister.
Okay, that's
Mm.
the anger of it was. Alright, fair enough. I wonder if his memories are fucked with.
Oof. Yes, his memories are.
Dog? Let me be insane, okay?
Just saying.
Let me be insane. Unless that's, but I mean, what sister are you talking about?
You and your sister. Like I said, we would play together. We were all kids, grew up in the small little village. Let me get the name of it. Hold on.
Juyo.
Well, Juyo is the entire area, the forest of Juyo.
Oh, okay. I named the village Juyo. Oops.
You're okay. Then you can have the village be Juyo. That's fine. That can be the village that you know.
The one you know.
How many memories were taken from me?
Too much. All of them.
Yes, we
Honestly?
grew up in Ranmoto, the small fishing village of Ranmoto, off of the Komoto River. We would play in that river all the time, and then get yelled at by different fishermen, say we would scare away the fish. You would always stand there to protect us. I don't understand this. We never knew each other later on. What town did you say all this happened?
I don't remember any sister, and it was in the forest of Juyo. It was a little town nestled between.
You could say the town of Juyo. You can remember it as the town of Juyo.
Okay, I mean we
Yeah.
had it as a town that was like right up the border.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By town of Juyo, do you mean Jinasu? I don't. You're not making sense, Remus. Are you okay?
Do you remember someone called Derek? Derek Swiftroot.
Derek. No. We were the only 3 kids growing up in that village.
Fucking weird. All village.
Interesting.
I told you had no fucking clue what I was doing with you.
Yeah, now he's piecing together the memory loss shit. Now it's there. Ish. He has an inkling. Lilith, you bitch. Uh,
Memory lost. That's more like memory altered. Why do you have a brother, but now you're hearing about a sister?
oh, it's all fucked. His entire thing is just being nothing but fucked. He's his pet story, man.
Sometimes you lose things, sometimes you gain things.
I mean, fair enough, I guess.
Your memory, as you're thinking, Remus, your memory flashes to the moment when this man standing in front of you, Daniel Shemesh, accused you in front of the town, prepared for your execution, you fleeing, you finding, is it Frost? What's his name? Frost?
Oberon.
Oberon, yeah.
Frostspell.
Frostspell, that's his name. Yeah, you finding Frostspell, going through all of this, and like the flashes, and then a sultry voice of Lilith just goes, "You know what he did to you. Kill him. Make him pay."
Oh, you fucking bitch. I'm gonna try to talk back to her in my head. This is gonna sound
Okay.
nuts. But like in the back of my head, I'm like, why do you want him dead?
I don't want him dead. You do. Look at what he's done to you, and the memories play again.
Did you take something from me?
I have done no such thing, my child. I have
Why does he have
only
different
given you
memories?
things.
Why does he have different memories? Than
This
me?
is a man lying to save his life. You've seen it time and time again. When they're on the doorway to death, they always lie. They always scribble for some way to live. End him like you've ended all the others.
Oh, he
Remove
doesn't
the
know.
pawn.
Oh, he's leaving the room. God damn it. He's just gonna walk out. He doesn't know. He's gotta think.
Remus like storms off, and Ialgo is just sitting there, and he kind of like, he kind of looks at you, Tomon, and goes,
Yeah.
"Your friend is, well, he's not the child that I knew. Obviously,
Fuck you, bro.
It seems like you're not the man he remembers. He's been through a traumatic past.
I saw that. Yes. What happened to him?
Oh, if you only knew.
From what I know, a series of bad deals he's made.
That was a missed opportunity. You could have said a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Portion.
Well, my sympathies to Remus. We did know each other as children, and I do have fond memories of him and his sister. If he wants to talk more, I'm here at your disposal, but I don't want to be accosted in my own quarters again.
Yes, I apologize for his
It was a love tap.
You threw him to the fucking floor.
yeah, you
Love
threw
tap.
him to a floor.
He's fucking fine.
He can be a bit intense.
I just poked him a little bit. He's bleeding. You stabbed him 52 times.
We can patch it.
Tis
up.
only a
It's
flesh
just
wound.
a flesh wound.
We fucking watched too much Monty Python.
Yeah, way too much.
Well, I do. As much as it was interesting, I did enjoy the company and the conversation and the food. And he points to Graham. You said this is cheese?
Yeah, yes, and you make it. Fermented.
Do you have some for me to share with my men?
Oh, sure, yeah, here. And I'll just cut off like a
Oh.
wedge.
Okay. He'll
Yeah, small enough, but big enough to share.
he calls in a servant and gives them orders to like take this, distribute a little bit, let the men try it and see if they like it, and then for them to come to you if they want more.
Oh, jeez.
The cheap iron begins.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile die.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's
Oh,
go.
Graham.
Yes.
Clickety
One
clang
day.
on the fingers.
We will birth our
Let's
own
go.
god into existence.
Ah! I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do a hero
One
point.
of these days.
Hell yeah.
Considering I've never done anything yet this time, so you know, make it interesting. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. No.
Okay.
52 it is.
Okay, nothing happens. You're fine.
Figures. Figures. Damn.
So anything else y'all would like to do?
Nah.
Are you gonna want to talk to your brother?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I will go talk to my brother. I'll just
Would you
wish
like?
him well.
Do you want him delivered to your quarters or?
Do you want him delivered?
Delivered.
Sorry, the phrasing just hit the your prisoner, sir.
The prisoner on a platter, sir.
I'm sorry, I was 5
yes.
minutes late. Please give me a tip.
Like fucking hog tie.
Yes, yes. So I'll speak to him in my room.
Okay.
Go-
He'll order a servant to get it. The servant will deliver it and go. 5 stars. You give 5 stars, yes.
Yes, very good.
Very good, very good.
Tip him with cheese.
But yeah, that'll be good. I'm assuming you guys go straight to the quarters. What is Remus doing during this time?
Bro, I don't know. He's gonna find a quiet spot that has absolutely no one around him. 'cause
So
he's
there's
dangerous
quiet
society
spots in the
right now.
garden to sit down, and you can find like a nice cherry blossom to like sit down on.
It'll have to be somewhere like that. And there cannot be people around him. The first motherfucker who asks what's wrong is getting throat punched. So it's
So you
just-
hear the familiar voice of Edgar,
Oh
goes,
my fucking god!
Punch the bird.
who says, "You know that's a bad idea to not listen to her."
Edgar, just once. Do you know how nice it would be to go insane just myself?
Yeah, but that's not fun for me.
Yes, because you're stuck in the cloak.
Yeah, you know how long I've been locked up in that fucking cloak?
Honestly, Edgar, I don't care.
273 years.
And you served as her champion, which led you to that cloak, didn't it?
Yup.
Think I'll take a hard pass on that.
And he like goes to slap his knee, but it like brushes past it because he's just a shadowy visage. Damn. And he like does it a few more times, then he goes, "Oh yeah, shadow shit."
That's why it couldn't be you.
No, the laugh was, "You are me." See, you've already full committed to this gig, kid.
I can make it painful for her. She can disintegrate me and do whatever.
Yes, but the end goal is, you're in the cloak, and then you're where I am. And guess what? The next guy who puts on the cloak, you're not gonna be able to talk him out of shit, because they already got the cloak. And then when you try to talk him out of shit, they just do the fucking opposite, and go deeper and deeper with her. Oh, you know how I know? And he points directly at you.
Fair enough. I've stopped leaving though.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You're over the cliff, son. You're already free falling.
That's your opinion. Edgar.
We'll just see how long it takes for you to splat.
I'm good with that. I've got a high pain tolerance and a lot of patience.
Listen, you find a way for me to get out of this fucking cloak, and yeah, and you don't die, then
Start with myself first.
I could start fucking over her. But right now, she's the one who's damned me here, and there ain't no way of me getting out. And to be honest, I tried to fucking help you, but you just did the opposite of whatever I said. So now we're both in the shit.
Doing what she says is not helping.
Or is it?
No.
Maybe you're listening to the wrong she.
I've got about 5 voices rocking around his head, Edgar. You as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got enough to last a lifetime. That's why I'm doing my thinking on what I would like to do. Until it was interrupted.
Okay. Listen. You can't... He, like, looks around. You can't... And then he gets, like, something covers his mouth and he can't speak, and he's, like, trying to say something, and then he disappears.
She hates you too, Edgar. I see.
Trying to help you out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He said just go balls deep into the god and get him out of the cloak. That's what he said. It wasn't helping. He just wants to be out of there. As far as I know.
He's just having fun.
I will love, at the end of your arc, to go back to what Edgar first told you, because he did give you great advice.
That's funny.
And you did not fucking listen to him.
No, because not a single person with a random fucking black bird that just appears out of the cloak. You're like, yeah, dude. that's
True,
all."
I'm not disagreeing with you. It's why it'll be hilarious.
That's fair enough.
Alright, so Remus is doing that. Y'all two, if Remus wants to, because that's a quick thing while they're getting the prisoner, if Remus wants to be there for the prisoner dealing and everything,
Yeah.
a servant will come find you eventually and be like, hey, the prisoner's getting delivered. You probably want to be in there as the, like, muscle. So you could be there for this. So all 3 of you gather in Tomon's little hut. The prisoner's delivered your brother. He is in a cage. He is shackled both in his hands and his legs and around his neck. The neck one is stuck to the actual cage and is shackled to the cage, or not shackled to the cage. It's literally like in the cage, bolted to it, like welded to it, essentially. And then his arms and legs are stuck together too. So he is like as secured as you can fucking get, without him being like in pain.
I don't believe it.
It's wild.
What, you thinking like at the end of this he'll be like, and I fucking had this cage commission. Fuck you. Shank.
Somebody who can just somehow shake off an attack like that, I don't think can be restrained so easily just by 3 or 4 shackles, I think.
You know what? Graham's got a point.
You already said you were here for information, and you said capturing was the best way to get it, so...
Brother.
Brother.
They permitted to be part of a conversation that may entail family.
We are.
Okay. Then I will consider them your equal. To answer, you rat, because I do not know your name,
Graham.
Andromedon.
Nice.
Pleasant, and he
Cool.
does as best he can, like as a sarcastic pleasantries to you too. The answer to your question is yes. I am a highly skilled individual, and I could probably get out of all of this at any point. But I'm choosing to stay in there, and I've chosen to give up my sword. So, your question shouldn't be could I, it's why did I?
Oh, that's exactly why I was pointing it out. But family matters, I shall let you hash it out with your brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, kindly. Would you like a snack?
You're like, gee.
Christ!
Just every conversation.
Like,
Dude, I...
Hey, do you want a snack?
Fuck.
I gotta have good impression.
That's why we have to get Graham around. Damn, that was the best. That's the best line ever. That was the snack. You want a fucking snack? I call these we take cheese, we put it into a furnace, and we call them Cheez-Its.
cheese bite.
Little rat nibblers.
Rat nibblers?
cheese curds.
So,
You call them
brother.
rat droppings. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, you're good. So, brother, what happened to father?
Well, you left. It broke his heart.
It broke his heart.
Yes, it did.
I left the day he was talking about murdering me.
Well, yes, I understand that now. At the time, it broke his heart. He mourned you, and he explained to the Empire that you were killed in your sleep. Now, as I can see you, right here, and no other impersonator of yours would be able to know of your Kisune form, other than a select few. I now know it is truly you.
Is that why you got me all riled up?
Well, yes, I wanted to see if you were truly Tomon, and if you were not, then I was going to put down the person pretending to be my brother.
Is that the only reason you came all this way? Or...
Well, like I said, I wanted some things answered. This scar here. How did I get it?
Do I know?
You were told that Akira gave it to him when he threw his kunai at him.
Oh, that's right. I was told that Akira gave you that scar.
See, you know what's interesting? Akira told me that you gave me the scar the night that you were put down.
Cut out his tongue.
He said that, did he? You don't know how you got your own scar?
The night that you were killed in your sleep, I was told originally that there was an attack on the Imperial Keep. I was wounded, and you were killed. We mourned you. Later, I discovered a few discrepancies in that, so I spoke to Father, and he had Akira speak to me, and Akira explained that he didn't want to cause any harm to the family, and that it was you who actually attacked us. He said that you tried to take the throne by force and kill Father, and when I tried to stop you, you cut me and left me with this nice scar.
You don't remember?
No, I was told that the blood loss and the way that they found me, along with Father, was in a bad state.
Can I insight that?
Yes, go right ahead. Oh, wait, I'll roll it for you. What's your perception?
Oh,
Or I'll see.
it's plus 10.
Alright, plus 10.
Just ignore this
Yeah,
roll, I
that's
guess.
fine. Okay.
Fuck, don't ignore that roll. Good roll.
So, plus 10, you say. Okay. He seems to be telling the truth. Again, at least what he believes is the truth. Just like I said with like Ryan and Remus with the whole conversation. There could be things and other reasons why he believes this is true. But from what you're getting from him, he's not holding anything back. He's being completely honest.
Okay. Well, what happened after that?
Well, after I found out, they explained to me the story. They told me what had happened. They told me that you had been put down, and in order to save face, as House Kian has to be above the others, we were to keep up the idea that you had died in your sleep. A poor accident that had befell our house. But then, the farmers began rebelling when we called for grain and rice to feed the soldiers. When did you come back to Cayenne?
Only recently.
How
After-
recently?
It's
For
only
you, it's
been-
probably been like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks.
Oh,
It's
2
been real
weeks.
quick, yeah.
I'll say about a month.
Okay. I was told by Father and Akira that you were the one who was organizing the Farmers' Rebellion as you were trying to unite the small folk and the lower houses to take the throne by force.
That's what they said.
I don't want to admit the amount of farmers I put down before I learned this was not a full rebellion.
And how did you come to learn that?
When I saw how they were being treated, when I stumbled upon bandits attacking the farmers we were there to kill. When I looked at the small folk outside of the capital city and noticed that things were not well within the kingdom.
Well, even I can tell that, having been off in a different land, although given it took a little bit. Took Father trying to, or currently trying to start a war.
Yes. And in the sake of honesty, in putting the best foot forward, I will admit to another fault of mine. Before I started to see the holes in their lies, a rumor began spreading around the land. In order to save face, the House Lotus decided to start spreading rumors that you were a chosen blessed one.
When did they do this?
About 3 years ago, they began doing it, saying that because rumors began being spread that you were leading the Farmers' Rebellion, so in order to save that, we were trying to say that you'd been reincarnated and were a blessed one. It didn't work. It turned a lot of the small folk against us. In order to quell those rumors, when Father offered to kill your second mother as a show of force, I was the one who put the sword to Mitsu Kiaibi? How do you fucking pronounce it? It's your in your backstory, you have like an adopted
Yeah.
mother and everything. Like that's who he's talking about. Like Mitsu.
Mizu QB?
Yeah, QB. There you go. That's who he's saying.
Hold on. Give me a moment. To gauge how pissed off he's gonna be.
He's gonna be.
You did what? And then I'm gonna like pull out like lightning in my hand, like I'm about to like fucking yeet it at him.
I will pay in whatever way I need to for the innocents I killed in the name of the crown and our family, but don't think that I did it out of vengeance. I saw it as a necessity to keep the land preserved. It didn't work, and you've kind of become a chosen one amongst a lot of the smaller folk.
Necessity my ass. You killed my mother for nothing. And I'm gonna like...
So, you do know she's not your real mother. Your real mother is the Emperor.
I
Yes.
understand that.
Yes. I just wanted to make
Tomon
sure.
still
Yeah.
thinks of her that way.
Yeah,
so
that's
why
fine.
he's saying
Yeah.
it like that. Yeah. He's gonna barely avoid.
He like
He's
shoots
like,
lightning
so
off to the
like,
side. Yeah.
Just, like,
Yeah.
heats him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not quite hitting him.
He just takes it.
I'm gonna storm off. I'm gonna like walk out and I grab the servant and tell him to take.
As you go to
Take
like
him back.
turn around and you're like, take him, he goes, I did it because I have to play the good pup for father. Because I knew when you returned you would need somebody in his inner circle. I'm sorry. But collateral damage happens within a war.
I wanna insight check.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll roll it. What's your plus again?
10.
Okay, plus 10.
The World War II tactic, baby. Civilians
Yeah.
die. Hell yeah.
You're really angry. So it is difficult. You almost want him to be lying just so you could kill him and feel good and get relief from that. And it does bubble up to like you're like, he's lying. He's definitely lying. But there's a part of you that thinks he might be telling the truth. But it's might. It's up to you to decide which part you wanna lean on.
He'll sit there in silence for just a moment, and then. What do you need?
I learned quickly that their lies did not match up. I would ask Father about reaccounting certain details. Akira of others. I would ask servants. I soon realized things were amiss. But I also learned that you haven't seen Father. He's executed 15 different council members over the last 2 months. And that's been a low point. A low number. He's changed. There's something. He's a monster that needs to be put down.
I hate to chime in again on the Family Feud event going on, but
I just want to bring up the demon that we all thought your brother was a little while ago. Perhaps, relation.
There's
And
no
I-
demon. He's just a monster. He only thinks of power, control. He rules with an iron fist. And he wants to cement his legacy across Aldeon.
Are you sure that's still father?
Sadly, I am sure. It is him.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and then. Can you show me? And I'm gonna pull out a combined reading potion. I'm gonna ask him to drink it and show me the memories.
What is this?
This is. Let me get it exactly. This is a mind.
You don't have to tell him if you're gonna just
shared memory.
if you're just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
tell
fine.
him the truth, then you just tell me. I tell him what it is.
Yeah, I told
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. You'll have to, and he shows that he can't really grab it very well. You're gonna have to help him, give it to him.
Yeah.
And everything. As you reach your hand in, he grabs you. He starts strangling you. He kills you. Tomon's dead. Right up a new
Hell
character.
yeah, dude.
We had a good run. Don't
Fuck
worry, guys. I got
yeah.
a second character.
Remus
prepared
throws
already. I thought
himself
this would
right in
happen.
front of that guy so he could do the same thing to him real quick in this
I-
nightmare.
And Graham, all your cheese spoils.
Graham, go ahead and kill yourself. Let's do it. Come on. Let's suicide pact.
New campaign. Let's go.
Woo. No, so he takes the bottle for a second. And he goes, "What do you want to see?"
Show me father at his worst. I want to see it for myself.
It's not going to be easy.
I know, but I need to see it anyway.
Okay. And he kind of looks down at the potion and closes his eyes and thinks really hard.
Mhm.
And you can see the potion swirling with magical energies. And then it stops. And he hands it to you.
Okay.
Alright,
I
buddy.
guess
He sees
I'll drink my part if that's how it works.
Yeah, so he imbues the memory into it, then you drink it and you experience the memory.
Okay, yeah.
So, you drink it. You watch as your brother wakes up from a slumber. He walks over and he's on his table is spread out on his desk inside of his room is spread out a bunch of things where he is writing notes, and you can see he's kind of piecing stuff together. He's starting to kind of understand this doesn't add up, and it's different things that he's told you where there's a story here and a story here, and this is labeled one person, another person, and they don't quite add up, and he's putting stuff together and everything. And he's working on that, and then a servant comes in, calls him in for breakfast. He nods, he kind of cleans up his stuff, and you can see he takes it and he hides it under the floorboards in his room. He leaves, gets dressed, leaves, goes to dinner, sits down, he has a conversation about politics, the state of the nation, with the different council members that are eating. This is normal for you. And then his father walks in and everybody's silent. Your father stands tall in his armor, clad in his armor, his wartime armor. And you kind of get a sense from your brother, this is what he wears all the time now. He holds in his hand a unsheathed red crimson blade. Now you get a better look of it than the one that I did kind of in the sneak peek. And this is a crimson let me get the actual description. Hold on. This is a blade that is crimson red. The actual blade is crimson red, and it seems to almost flow like liquid with a thickness and a viscosity similar to blood. Its hilt is distinctly made out of bone. And you know this is your brother's memory because he has seen this sword up close at one point, and he knows it's physically made out of bone. He's pretty sure it's human, but he does not know. The handguard for it is a human skull. That is, sorry, 3 human skulls that are across it, like 1, 2, 3. That then the user grips beneath that, and that's the handguard. Your brother knows in the memory, because he's tried to pick it up once, that the sword feels heavier, like way heavier than it actually looks. It is not like a great sword length; it's a regular sword length, like kind of like a katana in the sense, but the handguard, like I said, is a skull. All of that. Your father walks in. He asks, "What's for breakfast?" A servant walks up, tells him what it is. Your brother winces and closes his eyes as the servant tells him what's for breakfast, and you hear a quick slice and and blood dribbling, and as your brother's eyes are closed, and then you hear your father scream at your brother, "Boy, open your eyes. You need to prepare for war and see this." And so your brother kind of opens his eyes and sees the servant headless with blood dribbling down. And he looks at it. Your father makes him stare at it for a good time while he keeps the body up by holding it with one hand. And then he drops it, the body falls. And he goes, "You, status report. What's happening in the Oni woods of Juyo, the shit stain that is." And he kind of sits down at the table and starts eating. The person gives him a report. The report is unsatisfactory, as it is that they're currently getting less wardens than they were hoping from the training in Juyo. And the council member suggests to bring the training to the capital so that they could maintain a steady pace. And your father gets up, walks over to him, and you can see everybody gets really tense for a second. And he goes, "That is a good idea. I believe we can get ahead to that." And the guy is like still tense. And then he goes, and then he gives the report on the entire House Oni being executed. And he goes, "This is another good thing. They were not standing up to everything. Is that it for your report?" And the person like nods, and he goes, "Good. No need of you." And he kills him.
Oh
my god.
And then he steps over to the next one and points a sword at him and goes, "Report." And he like gives him a report and then says, "But I'm still working on getting," and he's like basically trying to like say like, I'm still working on the," and you can see your brother kind of wince at this because he realizes like, oh, that was a bad move. And your father goes, tisk, lying to your emperor is an offense punishable by death." And the person gets up and runs, and he goes, "I like a challenge," and he throws the sword, impaling the person in the back, and they're like, "Oh," and they fall over and begin trying to crawl their way to the door. And he just walks over and grabs the sword and just kind of wiggles it a little bit, and the person screams in pain, and he just sits there kind of like letting them scream, just kind of, you could see your father, as disgusted as your brother is with this, of your father just soaking in this pain and suffering as he's like pulling and twisting. And then finally he takes the sword out and then leaves the person in agony as they're just dying out. He asks the final council member for their status report, and they give it as normal, how things are and everything, and he goes, "Good, keep up the work. What is the report from Galen today?" And your brother explains that he has been in contact with Akira, the emissary in Galen, and they have he has some information. He gives some different information that Akira's already given you about the rise of Mephiolius' character, Edgar Treebeard, over in Gallon. And he goes, "Good, good. Seems Edgar's getting along with his side. Then, war should be on the horizon. Deal with this rebellion that your brother has going on us, and, we should be good. Our plans are soon to come. You're dismissed," and everybody gets up to leave, and he goes, "No, no, no. Son, come here," and your brother, like, tenses up. And in his head, he's going, he fucking knows, he knows, he fucking knows. You could just run right now. Just run, like, and he's, like, going through all this, and he turns around and he goes, "Yes, father?" "Come here, boy!" And he kind of, like, places, as he comes up to him, he places the sword on your brother's, like, clavicle, like, right here, and rests it right there. It's heavy on your brother, and he can kind of feel it piercing through this, like, silk, whatever the fuck he's wearing, and, like, starting to kind of pierce into the flesh, and you can feel from your brother, like, the warm blood, like, pooling and just spreading everywhere. "You have been a great asset to me, son. You're gonna be my heir, and the one who takes over this wretched land when I claim more. So you must know how to rule, and these savages need someone just as savage to rule them. Remember this. I need you to quell another one of those farmers' rebellions. All like last time. Every last one of them dead. Spare no one. None. Burn the bodies in a single pile. And make sure that we have our escapees spread the story." And he kind of nods and then goes, "Well, maybe it will be time soon for me to show you what we've been cooking. Not yet, though." And your brother's kind of like, you can see your brother's been trying to figure out what the secret project is that your father's been working on, this thing that he claims is going to win them the war and solve everything. His master plan, and your brother's not been able to get into it. In this memory, at least. Your father takes the sword off, and then sheaths it finally and goes, "You keep on this path and you will make a good heir, my son. Much better than your pathetic, insolent whelp of an older brother would have."
Oof.
And then the memory cuts off. And you guys see, as Tomon's just staring off, experiencing this memory, you just see tears running down his eyes. And you, like, come out of it, and Andromon sees this and goes, "I told you it wasn't a pretty sight."
Yes, it was quite something. Can I also roll religion, see if this is the, like, death god's chosen?
You can definitely roll a secret religion check. What do I add to this roll?
Not much. +4.
Okay. There's not too much for you to go off of to understand in this specific memory the intricacies of, like, a god and its chosen everything. To know specifically which one. But you do notice that this blade, some knowledge inside of you don't know where you kind of gather it from, tells you that this blade is a runic item. It has godlike power in it.
Okay. Brother, did you ever figure out this plan he had?
No. Sadly, he has not let me in on it. I learned a few days ago of this summit that you had here. I asked Father about it, and he said that he was not going to send any men here, that he had some other plans for you and your traitors. I acted frustrated with it, and I think he thinks I plan on coming here to kill you all. So I came here instead to get answers. But I will need some excuse if I am to go back to him.
Is your plan to go back?
My plan was to get answers and then go back and either help my big brother or kill the bastard myself, even if that means my own death. You saw what he is, what he's become. He has to be put down like a rabid animal. There's no more left of saving him. I know you are the passive one between the two of us, but this won't end without bloodshed.
He's clearly not the father I ever knew.
No. What I did learn about his plans is he's doing something beneath the keep. But I don't know how to get there, or how to even access it.
And we'll keep that in mind. Has he been... It's very gruesome, but has he been dragging a bunch of dead bodies down there, perhaps?
I do not know where the corpses go after he has slain them.
They don't remain there. He moves them somewhere.
They are removed, yes. I assumed by servants.
Interesting. Gruesome. Horrifying.
Yes. His plans, though. We have some time. My estimates from what little I've gathered is that he shouldn't be done with whatever it is he's planning for another month. If we can act quickly and get there before then, he shouldn't be prepared for whatever he was planning for you. I think we can beat him.
A month is a tight timeline.
I have
I will see what I can do.
I've spoken with Akira and given him a few servants that should be good inns for him, so that we can get you into the keep.
So you two are in contact?
We've been in contact the entire time. It was Father's idea to have us talk. Have me talk to him. It was part of his training to teach me to be a better emperor.
Interesting, he never mentioned this.
This was part of our plan. I don't fault Akira. I asked him to leave me out of it and to not give him everything about me. I told him to use me as a leverage point to get you back home. I didn't know if you were the real Tomon or not. So many things didn't add up. I didn't want to reveal anything till I knew for certain. Trust me, Akira's on our side. He's been my greatest ally in this.
He is my long friend, though his nature makes him, how I say, suspicious sometimes.
Well, yes, he is a house serpent spy.
Well,
Seems you have a lot
So
to
you-
think about.
will you be leaving?
We'll see. I can't when I'm in these cuffs.